Happy weekend. Yeah, ṣàlàáfíà la wà. Kò easy. Tútù ọlá mi ìdáwà yìí, dá mi lọ́la Adésànyà. Ẹ bá mi share káwọn èèyàn lè join wa. Mo ti gbé omi sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. Long thing díẹ̀ ni tèmi máa fẹ́ jẹ́. It's gonna be a calling show. If people want to share their experience, it's a kind of therapy show. Thank you, Rashida Telegbede, you're welcome. Yetunde Shonaike, you're welcome, my sister. Àti jà tán, èmi àti Aunty Yetunde ti jà lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn. Àti jà, àti ṣe gbàsgbòs díẹ̀. Màá ní réṣù o, ká má lọ ṣí tán o. Ká máa jókòó cross ẹsẹ̀ yìí wàhálà ni. Ó kù díẹ̀ ká ṣí tán sókè. Àórí YouTube ló ti fẹ́ hàn. Again, slant video. Ká má gbẹ́sẹ̀ sókè kọjá bó ṣe yẹ. Aláùsá Oyè Kọ́sọ́lá, how are you, my darling sister? Anybody joining? Okay, I'm going to join Lori YouTube now. But I can't see any comments yet. You're welcome if you're joining me on YouTube. Good morning. Ademola Okeye, good morning. Yeah, I can see you now. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Let's allow people to join a little bit because this is going to be an interactive show whereby there's no creamer. Yeah, I'm going to buy me text you. I'm going to buy me a creamer. So for sugar, sir. What is scared? Good morning, okay, you're welcome. Please kindly share so that people can join. Okay, I'm going to join on YouTube now. Ade Kayewu, your good morning. Thank you. Thanks for joining me. And this is going to be an interactive show, like I said. Not only an interactive, it's going to be like a kind of healing for some people. And I want to warn beforehand. I don't know how it's going to go. I'm just giving the warning at heads up. It might be a bit traumatizing for some if they are still going through what we want to discuss this morning. It's a very sensitive issue. Thank you. Audrey Momo, good morning. Aziz, you're welcome. Thank you very much. So I'm just giving a heads up. It might be a kind of traumatizing for people who are still in this situation. It might be a healing. I'm using the word might. A healing. Because actually somebody pushed me to do this. That person has been saying, Auntie, please, can you treat this topic? She's been telling me for over a month now. And I hope she's able to join us this morning as we do this. I don't know why she wanted us to do it, but honestly, it's something worth discussing. It's something worth talking about so that even if people are there, they will get to understand. Fumi, welcome, my sister. Lifestyle and travel. It might be an eye-opener for some to understand what is happening to them. You know, sometimes when something is happening to you, you don't understand it. That can be kind of traumatizing to you. You may not be able to understand why is this happening, why should this happen. So we are talking on trauma this morning. Like I said, trauma. Thank you, Lama Daniel, you're welcome. We are talking on trauma and low self-esteem. I only put esteem because of community standard. So I didn't write it as low self-esteem for a purpose. So we're actually talking on low self-esteem and trauma. Okay. Thank you for joining me. I'm your host, Real Talk with Auntie Aduni. And I want to say thank you for each time I come on board. I always see you guys. If you are new on my page or my channel, I want to say welcome. I talk on religion and I talk on relationship, most especially parenting. I have passion for that. And for now, we are taking a break on pastor issue. Thank you, Yvette from Trinidad and Tobago. You're welcome always. So let me just give you updates on the last case we treated, which is the case of the young 23-year-old boy that was arrested by the police and locked up for talking about a pastor. We are on top of it. Things are working according to plan. Because they will be going to court very soon, I don't want to talk much about it so that we won't complicate issues. Okay, Auntie Fumi from Dublin. Okay, you're welcome. I should be ready to block some Eroko. My darling brother Adedeji, I don't think there will be need for that today. We are not talking about pastor. We are talking about what is happening to us as a people, what can happen to us as a people. So I don't see us having issues this morning. Uh, Cairo Benny, you're welcome. Thank you. So I don't want to talk much about the guy because the case is going to court. I think in about 2 weeks exactly from now, they should be going to court. He has gotten a lawyer. I told him to pay from what we contributed for him. I will still pin his account number. Anybody that still want to help can still please kindly help us. He has gotten a lawyer. He has paid a lawyer. And when he was to be released the last time, his parents borrowed money. I told him to pay out of the money too. I told him to pay. He said he has some money with him. And it's a dress. It's a dress. Let me show you guys. Sorry, this is a weekend show. It's a relaxing show. So we are not stressing ourselves by rushing. And I'm not even in the mood for rushing. So hopefully it's a dress. A very short dress. Can you see it? Made by my tailor. Very short dress. Just by my knee here. I can't move more. Okay, so you can really see this is it. An A-line dress. I love A-line dress because of my shape. I always prefer A-line dresses. So very short dress and very simple. Very ideal for the weather. You know, the weather is very hot now. So very, very ideal for the weather. So that is the dress. Thank you. Truth Space, thank you very much. Now, let me quickly talk on VDM before we go to our real topic. People don't understand why I said I stand with the VDM. I hate when people are being oppressed. I hate when you use power to silence people. I don't like it at all. I hate when people think they are more privileged and they use that against somebody. Two people are fighting. Their fight is dirty. I don't like their fight. Personally, I don't like their fight, the way they've been going back at each other's throats. But you don't tell somebody that has been oppressed how to react. No, you don't tell them how to react. Somebody was locked up twice. The guy might have his past. I'm talking on VDM now. Yeah, he has his past, which is he was once doing some dirty stuff to make money. And the dirty stuff is on him. He's not hurting somebody. Okay? And this is one of the reasons why some things they don't, as long as you are not hurting somebody, you are good to go. But if you are doing something that is hurting someone, something that is having negative impact on others and all that, and because you are rich, you think you can just use that richness to silence people. That is what I personally I don't like. And that's why I don't celebrate or mingle with people I don't know their source of wealth. No matter how rich you are, your money is not paying my bills. That is your money, it's not my money. And I will not worship you because of it. This is me. So maybe because I share some ideology with him, where I will not worship rich people. And I know a lot of rich people in the part of country that we come from. No matter how we try to paint it or make it look different, the world is reading our news. The world is seeing what is going on. So even if we pretend that things are not what it is, they are reading news. So when some people will say the way you are painting our country as bad is my country too. That's my home country. I can never deny I am from that country. Okay, so it's still my country. And when we are seeing things not being done right, there is always a process to everything. But if somebody would just be picked up and because some people know some people and press button and throw them in jail, it is called nothing but oppressor. It's not different from when our master, you understand what I'm saying? They pack all of us, our generation, our forefathers in those days, they pack them and they treat them anyhow because they don't have a voice. because there is nobody to talk for them, because they don't have the power to fight against them. So that is what I I am for, and that is why I said. And another thing, the bully on that guy is too much. You don't look at what that guy is doing. You don't look at the good things he's doing. You are looking at his past. Some people said he's been talking down on women. I personally, I don't see most of his video. I only get to see his video when they are fighting, for reason I don't know. The only video I have seen where it spoke about a woman is somebody said, but VDM started the problem. No, I know the genesis of their problem. If for some of you who don't know, maybe you miss it or something or somehow. Uh, when the fight was to start, it actually started with Mohbad's case. When VDM was analyzing the issue and giving out some clues. And people started going for that clue. They said, okay, this is a question we should be asking. When he spoke about those two boys that were carrying Mohbad on their leg and said, Mohbad is dead. He said, where is that boy and all that? Then I think it got to a stage or something. He said Naira Marley was not involved in that case. Then I think when it was becoming hot, I personally, they came for me too. I was bullied on this case, but because I am not a fighting type, it doesn't mean that what they did to me was good. I was even silenced on this case of Mohbad. Mohbad is none of everybody and none of any one of us children. So Naira Marley was rope in the case. VDM came out and said Naira Marley was not. Remember me, show love and like, please, and share. I don't know what's going on with my page again. We should be more than this. Let me check. Today is Saturday. Something is going on. Let me check. We want you to report page me. I will know. YouTube is doing very well. Yeah. Our YouTube is doing very well. So I can start check nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lórí Facebook, please. We want you to report to me. The same thing they did during that period too. My page was reported several times. Apart from being reported, I was bullied. I was insulted. I was called names. They even cursed my children. But who God has blessed, no man can curse. And I didn't do bad. So if you have not done bad, you should not fear any curse. So I just overlook. You understand? So VDM mentioned, I'm trying to quickly check something, please. VDM mentioned that Naira Marley was not around. He analyzed that issue that Naira Marley was not around at that time. Then he now called some people, he said failed actresses. He said two failed actresses. Number one, when he said two failed actresses, he never mentioned name. And he said some things I can't remember vividly, but I know I can remember very vividly that he mentioned two failed actresses that probably they are the ones spoiling the case. I can't remember. And at the end of the day, we actually found out that Naira Marley was not involved in the case. Iyabo herself came out at a point to even said she has a vendetta against Naira Marley. Then why bring Naira Marley into that case? You understand? Why make it look like Naira Marley was present? Okay, he said two failed actresses and two failed bloggers. Okay. I don't know so much about the details, but I remember he actually mentioned. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah? I'm on the show, please.
Good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon.
Call to contribute, right?
When it is time, I will let you know.
Oh, okay,
we have not
madam.
started, yeah. When it is time to call in, I will be the one to say you can start calling in. I just put the number.
I actually just woke up and I saw your channel on and I'm enjoying it. Like,
Thank you.
Okay, let's just watch.
All right. So when it's time to call in, I'll put it. We are getting distracted, kind of, but I'll quickly round up this one. So that was the genesis of the case, and I think Iyabo came out and responded back to him, calling him names and all that. In the process, called the parent's name, and he returned it back. And since then, both of them, they on problem. At a point, VDM was arrested. and was jailed. I think he spent about two failed actresses and wannabe bloggers. I know he mentioned something about failed actress and something about bloggers, and he said some things there. And okay. And since then, we have not rested. In the process, he was arrested and jailed. Then at a point, they arrested him again. He spent over a month before he was released. And since then, so I think what he now did when he went to that party was like a vindictive move by saying Iyabo was not invited to that party. Of course, every one of us know they will invite Iyabo to that kind of a party. So me, I wasn't expecting a big deal out of that issue until it got to this stage. And people that are supposed to be elders that are close to them, either if I were them, I would call VDM. You all know when I did a video for VDM and say, VDM, please don't stop looking for trouble. You are dealing with people that are connected to power. And that was before they carry him the second time. Oh, they have not carried him that second time. I did a video. I said, enough of this, your wahala. Continue on this, your advocacy for good governance, our people behaving well. I said, those ones are beautiful job you are doing. Concentrate on that. Leave these people that are highly connected. This Mohbad case, where make most of us to know you, they don't do the case that as they want to do it. Okay, he was remanded in prison. He was jailed in Oni. What is the difference from jailing somebody and remanded in prison? Okay, my English. So pardon my English. He was remanded in prison and he was there for almost a month plus. Àwọn dẹ̀ ní pé àǹtí ilé ọjọ́ dé ká di ọ̀rẹ́. There's no how you go to prison, you come back and you still be friend. So he was remanded in prison for over a month. The guy came out, and I think he looked at that party as an opportunity to get back at Iyabo. You understand? And people that are supposed to come in and probably quench the fire, they started siding and saying, no, do this, oh, do this, oh. And they were instigating others against this guy, like gang up thing. That is like stifling somebody's voice. That is like bullying somebody into silence. Anyway, problem wọn nìyẹn. But me, just like I respect your opinion, anyone can support, and I'm not even supporting. I am liking what he is doing, not in insulting people. But why I posted his video today was another video that he did where he was calling somebody who collected ₦1 million from somebody, and that person refused to deliver the job, and that person was still boasting, say police cannot arrest him. This is what I like that he's doing. And we know a lot of that this kind of a thing is happening in that country. We are still on a case where a pastor carry people, lock them up. We have a lot of cases where people are being locked up without due process, just because somebody knows somebody, just because somebody is rich. A woman just arrested a co-woman like herself for what? Because she posted the picture of her boyfriend. Just for that reason alone. She did not even mention the lady's name. Oh. She did not call her name. Oh. But because this lady is connected, she went to arrest that lady and she was locked up for 5 days. 5 good days. You saw that woman come out. And that woman is still being oppressed as I'm talking. That particular Adiola Dio. She's still being oppressed. Because I'm very sure that video that I was asked to pull down, the video was reported by her. Probably because they told her, trending ex-wife issue, God bless you. Probably because they told her that video must not remain on any page. I have to pull that video down. My page was locked because of that video. So what are we saying? What are we saying? We all know what is going on in that place. We all know how they use money to silence people. What are we saying? We all know most of these people that are even using money to do anything, their hands are not clean. So what are we saying? We are just nothing but money worshippers in that country. Once somebody has money, That is it. Adenike M. Yusuf, the woman is a party blogger. If you're a party blogger, you can video anybody. Ìwọ ni kó má lọ sí party tó bá fẹ́ kán video ẹ. What did she do wrong? She never even mentioned her name in that video. She didn't put her name. She didn't tag her name. If there is anybody that should arrest that woman, it is K1, not her. When you oppress a woman, yeah, you can imagine telling somebody because they posted a picture of your boyfriend, telling her that they saw at a party. You are now telling that person to tender apology for 3 months. Torí pé kí nìyẹn? To tender apology for good 3 months. And you say everything is okay with us as a people. Anyway, mi ò bá yín sí ńbẹ̀ yẹn. Continue to worship the people that has money. It's the same money. Tó máa fi oppress ẹ̀yin náà ńjọ́ kan. It's the same power, connection. Tó máa fi impress ẹni tó bá súnmọ́ yín. It's as simple as ABC. And when it happens to you, don't come to social media and be crying that they oppress you. So, ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sí orí nǹkan. Yewande, why should you tell me what to do on my page? If you don't like what I'm saying, please leave my page. Leave my page if you don't like what I'm doing, please. I'm not talking to you. I've not mentioned your name. Kí ló tí mi ò lè dárúkọ Títí Masha? Who is she? Kó wá fọlọ́pàá gbé mi náà now. Kó wá fi ọlọ́pàá gbé mi. Or tí n bá lọ sí Nàìjíríà kán dá mi dúró láàrin ní airport kán gbé mi from there. What nonsense. Celebrity mélòó náà jẹ́? Society person mélòó náà jẹ́? Even celebrities here that are richer and far richer than them. Kí náà ṣe fáwọn èèyàn bí tán bá gbé fídíò wọn àti picture wọn? Kanye West nìyẹn. They snap him everywhere. There is going. How many people has he arrested? As long as you are in public, you are not in your room. They didn't come to your room to come and snap your picture. Anyway, let's go to the topic of today. And I will only talk for a while. And if you want to call in to contribute or to share experience on this topic, trauma and self-esteem. Now, what is the real definition of trauma? Let's go to that first. And we will look at trauma in relationship, trauma we won't go to trauma at work, trauma in relationship, either parents, brothers or sister, husband and wife. That is what we are looking at this morning. And how it can affect you in life, how it can hinder you. Yeah, Omotola Momo, mélòó ni mo fẹ́ ṣe? I don't have that strength and time, no ni. I saw it that it has been interviewed. So let's go to what is real meaning of trauma. According to the dictionary, it said trauma is a deeply distressing or disturbing experience. You know, a distressing or disturbing experience, something that will happen to you in life, and you know the experience stays with you for a long time. Maybe let me start and cite an example. If somebody falls down now and you now have injury, deep cuts, some of us have such mark on our body where you will fall down, or probably something cuts you deeply, and that deep cut, you see the mark on your body till you die. That mark will never go. You can call that a trauma, you know, because anytime you see the mark, you will remember what happened to you. Anytime you have to look at the mark, you will be remembering. You cannot forget that incident. Okay, it's just like somebody who lost her husband. Okay, if they ask her, I'm talking about couples who love each other, and one of the partner, either wife or husband, ẹ jẹ́ máa bá mi love and like, ẹ bá mi share, ṣé flag mi ni? Please help me love and like. It seems they are flagging the show on Facebook. It seems they are flagging the show on Facebook. So somebody like that, maybe somebody that lost their partner, you know, that's a trauma. For forever they can never forget. Is something that will be depressing, distressing, and traumatic for them for life. But gradually they get out of the pains. but that trauma stays with them. It's something they have to live with. It's something they have to adjust to. And it's something that at a point they just have to put aside and move on. Okay, but it doesn't mean something cannot trigger it back. That is how bad trauma is. Now we will take trauma into relationship now. What is trauma in relationship? Trauma in relationship is either a man or woman going through something traumatic like abuse, uh abuse, physical, financial, emotional, psychological, mental, verbal, just name it. And that thing stays with that person. Such trauma, some people carry it and they use it in how they relate with others. Some people carry it and they use it in how they relate, even in their workplace. And you will ask, such people will always have problem anywhere they go or whoever they relate with. And the people will be like, what is wrong with her? People will not be able to know what is wrong with that person. And that person will always have complaint, always have issues. This one is not good, that one is not good, this person is not good, that person is not good. It is because of the trauma they have passed through. They now see almost everybody in the picture of what they have gone through. So for somebody that has, maybe if we are now relating it with relationship now, right? So if it is a relationship thing, it will be difficult for that person to go into another relationship and have a fulfilling relationship. Abuse come in different form. There is verbal abuse, where a man or a woman, the death of a child too, where a man or a woman cannot be able to know what to say when they are upset, and they say things that will traumatize their partner for life. Some people, it will result in low self-esteem for them. So this is where low self-esteem comes in. For example, a man that the wife is telling, oh, Ribosheri, look at what your mates are doing. This man is striving, but he could only achieve little. And the wife will keep telling him, others are better than him. That man, number one, is already traumatized. He will be feeling like, he's not man enough. Or a man that the wife is always complaining about how he does knacking. Maybe the man has a little bit of issue medically that can traumatize that man and cause low self-esteem. Now, let me take it to a woman. A woman that the husband will look and say, oh, tí ẹ rí bó ṣe rí. I have seen a woman that called me that where she is today was as a result of the things the husband was always telling her. That because of that, okay, somebody said another form of bullying. You can say that. That because of what the husband used to tell her. Emma, buy me share video. They are flagging me. Please help me to share the video. Ọ̀rọ̀ VDM tí mo sọ ló ń bí wọn nínú o. Please help me to share the video. Gbogbo wọn náà ní àwọn tó ń flag fún wọn kiri. Help me to share the video. Please, share. They are flagging it. Let me reshare too. God help our people. Lágbára. Hold on, no. Let me reshare on my page. They are flagging the show. Very, very obvious. All right. So, a woman that the husband is always telling, ó ti sanra jù. By nature, some people hereditary, they are naturally on the big side, not because they want to be big, no matter what they do. Somebody like me, we are naturally small in my own family. I don't use ma woo sote and no woo. Instead of to woo, that's why I remain on one level since all these years. Now the same level like they. Now the same level like they. And I never come on for that level. Make somebody come look me now. Tell me, say, I be like janjale ẹran orí ìrẹsì, especially if it has to come from somebody that is supposed to love me. That is a trauma. Or somebody now look at the wife that you know in their family, now so then they be. You won't call out the person. That's this one I was trying to say. She said because of what the husband told her, she has not been able to go into another relationship. I said, why? She said she feels that any man that she comes across will see her the same way. I said, no. Some men love big women for real. Just make sure that who you are going with now loves you for who you are, the way you are. She said, but she feels ashamed. Ashamed. For what? She said that is how she feels. That she feels that every man will see her so. I said, what is your size? She told me her size. I said, that is just your size. I have customers when I was selling clothes in those days that are size 56. And you see them carrying themselves with beautiful courage. In fact, there is one of them that I used to admire in those days. She has a husband. And if you see their love life, you will envy them. So beautiful a couple. I said, that's your man, just have problem, you don't have, she now feels she has a problem. I said, no, you don't have a problem. You can, of course, you can work on your weight to stay healthy. You might not shed weight. You can work on your weight to stay healthy. I said, because if you have big bones, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing. Some people have big bones and naturally they will be big. What do you want them to do? To go and buy themselves? So when she was saying this thing, I said, no, please. I tried to encourage her in my own little way. In fact, she said because of this thing, she has attempted twice to try and buy herself. I said, you don't love yourself? She said she does. I said, no, you don't love yourself. Do you love your children? She said, yes. Okay, if you don't love yourself, consider your children. Why will you think of doing that to yourself at this age? She said, because she feels worthless. I said, no, you are not worthless. Is anybody paying your bills? She said, no. Then you are worth something. You are paying your bills. You are going to work and coming back. She said, even when people look at her now, she feels like they are laughing at her. So that is how much traumatic people can be, and that trauma can live with them. Now, somebody asked, he said, if you are dealing with such trauma, how do you cope with it? I've always told people, self-pride is the opposite of low self-esteem. Self-pride is the opposite of low self-esteem. Some of this trauma we are talking of, some people, it starts from their parents, not even their partner. If a parent has failed to build self-pride in their children, or they have lowered their children's self-esteem, some people carry such trauma into adulthood. So they will be looking for people validation of them. They will be thinking and looking for people to look at them and give them compliments at all times. Trauma, this kind of trauma that results in low self-esteem, like I said, starts from when a parent will look at a child and start cursing that child. When a parent will look at a child and say that child is not good enough, a parent will look at a child and compare that child to other people's children or to the siblings. Or unconsciously, the parent is destroying that child already. Is destroying this esteem, the self-pride that child needs, that will need later in life as an adult. So when you look at some of these things, it is not because that partner even talked. It is because of where they are coming from as a child. And this is where we as a parent, if we have children, we have to make conscious effort to be careful how we talk to our children. Whatever we speak to them stays with them. If you are giving them beautiful comments, it stays with them. If you are giving them negative comments, it stays with them. If you are telling them they are worthless, it stays with them. If you are telling them they are beautiful, it stays with them. If you are telling them they are the best thing ever happened to that has ever happened to you, it stays with them. If you let them know they are the one causing you pains, it stays with them. And they carry all this into adulthood. And already, that means they have already have that low self-esteem even before they get married. It is not because they got married, it is more because their husbands talk. You will see some people, their husband or wife go get bad mouth, but because they know their worth, they will not take that shit. Yes, I call it shit from the man or from the woman. It is not because it is not because they don't want to stay in marriage. It is not because they don't love their partner. It is not because they don't appreciate marriage. It is just because they refuse to be rubbished, and they will say enough, especially when they look at it and they see that this person is trying to destroy my esteem, my pride, my dignity as a man or as a woman. Those are the things that will make people say enough is enough. Now, how do we, if you don't have that self-esteem before you get to a certain age and you get married or you have not gotten married, how do you start having give yourself self-esteem and self-pride, what I call self-pride? Like I said, self-pride is the opposite of low self-esteem. Number one, as a person, know your worth. Even if somebody is feeding you, know your worth. Self-worth is very, very, very important. And this is why I encourage women especially that, look, you cannot afford to be expecting people to give you money before you can survive. You cannot afford to put bills on somebody. Already you are selling your pride. You cannot afford to sell your toto for money or your body. Already you are destroying what is called self-dignity of you as a woman. There are so many things you are not supposed to do. All those things, what are the things that ridicule somebody? When you are at a certain age as a full-grown adult and you don't have shame of some things, you don't know some things are bad, you think is anything you can do, you are taking yourself, stripping yourself of self-dignity gradually until you are reduced to nothing. Self-worth, self-pride. Self-worth is knowing what you want as a person. If you don't know what you want as a person, anything will go. If you don't know what you want as a person, you will embrace everybody. Even people that are ridiculing you, people that are messing you up, you will continue to embrace them. That means you don't have self-worth. Self-worth is very important for every woman being, as a man, as a woman. Like they say in my Yoruba adage, àìlówó lọ́wọ́ kò pa anybody lórúkọ dà. That means if you don't have money, it doesn't mean you are not somebody. If you don't have money, does not mean you are a nobody. You are somebody, even if you don't have money. Hello? It is only in our place where we come from as a people that we think money defines people. Money does not define the self-worth of anybody. That self-worth is, I am first a human being. That self-worth is, I am first somebody that people should know is a human being and respect as first as a human being. Either I have money or I don't have money. But because we are a society where we think money is the definition of somebody, that is one of the things that is ridiculing and reducing every self-worth of a lot of people. You yourself, prize yourself as somebody. Make yourself somebody by respecting yourself. If you don't respect yourself and you worship people with money, you will be reduced to nothing. Your voice will be silenced. You will be bullied. You will be quiet. You will be harassed. You will be oppressed. Here in this country, and in the country some of us are, where things are working, where they don't worship money. Everybody, you don't know the people that even have money and the people that don't have money. Because most times you all shop in the same place. You go to the same park. You ride almost the same car. And you just do things together. When I come out now, nobody knows what I have. Nobody cares what I have. I am treated first as a human being. But back in our country, we all know when you see somebody not dressing well, ordinarily that person is considered nobody, is a nobody in our own society. That has never been me. Go and ask people who know me. People that I make friends with are ordinary people that people would think I should not be friends with. I have had somebody asking me, why am I being friends to somebody? I said, why can't I be a friend? He said, she doesn't feel I should be rolling with that kind of person. I said, is she not a woman being? He said, he's a woman being, but we are talking about class here. I said, what do you consider class? Money is not class. There are a lot of people who have money but don't have class. There are a lot of people who don't have money but have class. So what you consider class is what somebody puts on, right? What you consider class is a big car. What you consider class is the jewelry somebody is putting on. No, that is not class. That is affluence. Affluence is not car. Wealth is not class. Sorry, affluence is not class. Wealth is not class. Of course, affluence will stand you out. Wealth will stand you out. People know, this is a rich man. But does that make that rich man better than that person that doesn't have money? No, it doesn't. I have seen people who don't have money and they train their children well and they have class, they have poise more than children of rich people. You see them in the public, they are well comported. And you will see a rich man's child comes to the public and is doing gra so that people can know he or she has money, is from a rich family. Is that what you call class? No, that is not class. We are a people who is reducing the self-worth of people because they don't have money. You as a person, either you have money or you don't have money, place a value on yourself. That value is your self-worth. By respecting yourself. If you respect yourself, it is easy for people to respect you. If you don't respect yourself, it is easy for people to disrespect you. Know your boundaries and have boundaries. Why people are ridiculing a lot of people is because people don't set boundaries and they don't have boundaries. In relationship, anywhere, even your relationship with your parents, there has to be boundaries. Your relationship with your partner, there has to be boundaries. Yes. If you are in a relationship, I will talk more on relationship because we are all adults. If you are in a relationship, either friendship or love relationship, if there is no boundary, there will be disrespect. If there is no self-worth, there will be disrespect. If there is no self-pride, there will be disrespect. It is one of the reasons why a lot of people are being treated like trash where they find themselves. Because they themselves have sold themselves out like somebody. Don't booze in, no. Only you have to stay put. I want people to call in on this show and contribute. Number ẹjọ. Máyọ̀ wá fọlọ́run ṣọ́. Ẹni sùúrù náà ẹjọ. So like I was saying, it's the reason why Máyọ̀ wá ni. Anyway, boundaries, if you don't set it and say, this is how far in everything, this is where we are talking about trauma and low self-esteem. So now I'm on the stage of talking about boundaries. That if boundaries are not set, if you don't set boundaries, your self-worth will be reduced. So, but maybe you should just listen. If you don't set boundaries, your self-worth will be reduced. Your self-respect. And all these things, when you go through them, at the end of the day, will result to low self-esteem. Low self-esteem is one of most of the things we see on social media, whereby people can hide under their keyboard to go around insulting people. That is where they derive their energy from. What they cannot do facing people, they hide under keyboard to do it. And that is why I say, I look at people who don't bring their faces out to talk and they hide sending voice note up and down. Bring your face if what you are doing is good. A lot of people are so traumatized that the only joy they have is causing others pain. They have zero empathy, zero sympathy. In fact, they themselves are already damaged, either from their parents or from their partner or friendship or relationship. There has to be set boundaries. If you don't set that boundary in everything you are doing, every relationship, even at workplace, you will be disrespected. You will be messed up. You will be traumatized. Trauma is more like a PTSD. Trauma is like a flashback. Somebody says setting boundaries sometimes could be termed as self-pride, and disassociating yourself from people. God bless you. In that aspect, Akinola, in this aspect, this is when you will now say enough is enough. This is where you will show that you have self-worth. It is not pride. Self-pride is not pride in its true definition. It's different. Self-pride is knowing your worth. Self-pride is saying, I refuse to be mistreated. I refuse not to be respected. I don't have to have money before you respect me. I don't have to be a Bill Gates before you respect me as a person. Respect me first as a human being. And that is why I look at people. Even your children deserve respect from you. Or some parents will think because they are my children, I can talk anyhow. In the process, you damage the children. I can treat my child anyhow. I can talk to them anyhow. In the process, you destroy them. Some, instead of them now to be normal, they will now be vindictive. They will now be very, very vindictive. Some children. They will now be very vindictive. And their vindictiveness will not be taken upon their parents that did it on them. They take it to outsiders. They take it to their partner. Kọ́lọ́run ṣàánú káwọn ọmọ wa má ṣe léwọ̀. Kán má ṣe partner mú. Self-pride is people not taking you for granted. God bless you. ẹni tí ò bá ní self pride, if you don't have self pride, you will stay where you are not supposed to stay. If you don't have self pride, you will swallow what you are not supposed to swallow. If you don't have self pride, they will treat you like rag. They will trample on you. They would ask you, put your head down, let's work out on it, and don't talk. If you don't have self pride, people will treat you like the way they treated our forefathers in those days. If you don't pride yourself, you will even misbehave. If you don't have self-pride, you will misyan. And trust our people. If you allow them, if you put your head down, they will mash it anyhow. And they will say, don't say peke, because that is where you belong. Nobody belongs on the floor except the person that put themselves on the floor. Hello? Nobody, I repeat, deserve to be on the floor except somebody who puts themselves on the floor. So in other words, if anybody is treating you like garbage, as I am talking now, you are the one that has put yourself in that place. If you don't put yourself in that position, they can't jump on top of your head. It's not possible. If you have not put yourself on the floor for somebody to trample on, to walk on, they cannot treat you so. That is what is called self-pride. That is knowing, I know who I am. I don't have money for real, but I am first human being. And you are not feeding me. You are not paying my bills. Even somebody paying your bills, feeding you, should not disrespect you. We all work in the Low Yibo here. How many times do our bosses, if you are working with a Onyibo, I'm not talking with ourselves, oh, the way ourselves, we treat ourselves, even in this Low Yibo, if you have to go and work for our people, me, I made that decision when I came here. I said I won't work for our people, even if I don't see job. I refuse to, because I know how most of them treat people. As long as, if they know you don't have paper yet, they will treat you like you are nobody. If they know that and you desperately need that job, they will treat you as a nobody. They will even hold you. But Oyinbo will not hold you your salary. Oyinbo will not say because you are working under them, talk to you anyhow. These are what we are saying. So, even among our people here, we see how we try to put ourselves down. Go to a party, the next thing they are looking at is the clothes you wear, to weigh you, to know how to respect you. Go to a party, they are looking at your jewelry. That is what will determine how our people will respect you. That is how messed up we are as a people. Me bá wọ million gold sọ́rùn. Kí n wọ panda mi, owó mi ni mo fi rà. That is me. Honestly, mi ò ń kó nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn jẹ. And I will wear whatever my panda and my cheap aṣọ lace. I will wear it with pride. You know why? Now my sweat I take buy am. I no borrow your money. I no collect money. And it is one of the reasons I try not to go borrowing money from people. Happy weekend, Fumi. That is one of the reasons. I dey always manage myself because I don't want disrespect. People will say, and she's still proud. I'm not proud. I am only giving myself self-worth. Our people will look at somebody. It is you that should not put yourself in that situation as a person. Because somebody is asking what is the solution. I will still talk on dealing with trauma. I will still come back to that. We are still talking about how trauma can lead to low self-esteem and how you should not allow yourself to be in that situation. And what are the things that lead to people having self-esteem? Wear your gold, 10 million. Wear your designer shoe, 1 million. It don't concern me. I go wear my, whether na cheap Italian o, whether na small shoe o, I go wear them and you go see me waka. As you do your shoulder, na so myself go do my shoulder beside you. Make you fine pass me, make your skin glow. I no care. You be woman being, I be woman being. I will respect you as a woman being, not because of what you are putting on. And this is why I don't disrespect even people that are lower than me. I give them that utmost respect. Not because tomorrow they will be richer than me. No. Because some people say enter mola. It is not because of tani mola. It is because they are first of all human being. Èèyàn ni wọ́n bí tèmi. How do I want to be treated in my vulnerable situation? How was I treated? Did I allow anybody to disrespect me, even at my lowest? You want to disrespect me? I disengage you instantly. And that is why I don't have friends today. I don't have many friends. If I count my friend, I'm not sure they are up to 3 or 4. Close friend though. Now if okay, that is it. The people that treated me like trash at my lowest, I treat their fuck up. Today, now then they look me, they can't even come close to me because they know how they treated me. So why will I treat my fellow woman being just because they don't get money? Just because they are nobody? I don't consider anybody nobody anyway. They are somebody. Everybody is somebody. Money does not define anybody. No. It is our own part of the world that we define people by money. Here, nobody look at you. Both rich and poor, they swim together. You see them at the park and the poolside. It's summertime now. Public places that have water will be open up for both rich and the young. Yes, Oyomi, you are my friend. Is in that our society? So you yourself build your esteem. So let's talk about that low self-esteem thing. If you have been having low self-esteem, start building it from now. Don't let anybody treat you like rag. Build that yourself, that self-esteem, self-pride, self-worth. Look at yourself. If anybody has ever told you that you are not beautiful and it has affected you, look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am beautiful. Somebody says some women have lost their self-worth in abusive marriage. Yes, I agree with you. It's like a man. Some colo men, after marriage, you know work. If the woman says she won't work, the kind nonsense wey go come out of their mouth to reduce that woman to nothing. You can imagine a man that went to pay a bride price of a woman. You marry her. You prostrate, marry the woman. When in a con dey fight, you tell the woman say, na manage you manage am. You manage the woman where you go pay bride price for. Now him be say, now you know well. If that woman is the type of woman that doesn't even have self-pride, or she has gone through so much abuse, she said no okay again. Honestly, the woman is finished already by that kind of statement. Say, I just dey manage you. No be say I won't marry you before. I just say make I manage you. That is how some people can traumatize people to reduce their self-worth. You have your self-worth. If na garri you dey manage your garri with pride. If na garri you dey manage, drink that garri with pride. That's your self-worth wey dey help you destroy. Build it back. How do you build it back? Look at yourself. If you don't have money for wig, do your low cuts. If you have to color it to brighten up your face. If na Ankara, cheap Ankara, wear it with pride. Build your self-esteem back. Yes, it is possible your self-esteem has been reduced to nothing. Build it back by loving yourself. I have told you how I build up myself back when I went into when I got to a situation where I had issues and, it was like as if I was alone in the world. I started loving myself. I will stay in front of the mirror, call myself. That thing is very, very, is a good therapy. Look at yourself. Make yourself priority. God bless you, Jere. Look at yourself in the mirror and call yourself by name. It works. I will call myself and say, Oluwatoyin, you are beautiful. As I did, I know even they buy wig. I go just go do my Ghana weave, jeje. But trust me, the little I do, I look at myself and I carry myself like this. And you know what? People think, say, I get money pass as I get money. Because I refuse to be trampled upon. I refuse to be put aside. Not me. If I look at my experience in life, I should be one of the people that will not be able to talk. I should be one of the people that will have low self-esteem. I should be one of the people that will feel the world is against me. No, the world is not against me. I was only unfortunate to have some things happen to me, which is normal in life. Life is not as you want it. It can never be as you want it. People can never be as you want them to be. They cannot treat you as you want them to treat you. You are the one to treat yourself well. Build that your esteem back. Don't let anybody draw you into depression where you will see yourself as worthless. You are not worthless. You are worth something because you are first a human being. If Oyinbo can carry aja, dog, and pamper dog, they can carry cats and pamper them. In fact, I'm beginning to even go higher. I saw an insect which day inside my zinc in the kitchen. And, from the way we do things back home, and I opened water to flush that insect away, I felt bad. I said, oh my God, I shouldn't have done this. I should have taken this insect with probably something. It's not an harmful insect. Take it and put it outside to fly away back. That is what people who have humanity blood will do. I felt bad on that day. That this insect has his own world. That why did I do this? Just last week. Somebody that we are only religious as a people. We don't know what humanity is. We don't even appreciate human being. We only worship money. We only appreciate where money is. Self-affirmation is powerful. Yes, so blow your own trumpets. Èmi fúnra mi. I stay in the front of the mirror every day. Do it. It's very, very good. It's therapeutic. I hope that my English is good. It's okay. Oh, what therapeutic. Stay in front of your mirror. Call yourself by name. Adetutu. You are beautiful. If you are a man that a woman has told you are nothing, stay in front of the mirror. Call yourself by name. Because men are going through it too. Kobuga. If na cassava put on top of your shirt, make your shirt she gan. You are a woman being. No be clothes go determine who you are. If anybody not ready to respect you, you give yourself that respect by yourself. And say, no, I refuse to be disrespected. I refuse to be rubbish. Stand in front of your mirror. You are worth something. I am somebody. I am first a woman being. Anybody that is not ready to treat you as a woman being, just because you are not rich, or because you don't have money, or because they don't love you, that is their choice. You don't have to stay around them. So that's one of the ways to deal with low self-esteem. Love yourself. Do what makes you happy. Be around people that makes you happy. Anybody that does not know that reduce you to nothing, run away from them because they have no good to offer you. It doesn't matter who they are. It doesn't matter. Run. Because if at the end of the day, you are mentally destroyed, now life continues with others. Life will never stand still if anything happens to you. If today, God forbid, you run bunkers, they will go and start tie you down, or the people that make you bonkers, they are eating their food, they are enjoying. That is why I don't let anything on social media get to me. Some people will say, Amy, come and abuse you, come and insult me. You cannot see me face to face and give me that insult. That is one thing. Now on social media, you can only hide under that keyboard and insult me. When we see face to face, now respect you go give me. Kò possible kò rí mi, kò wò mí bákan. Ti pé mo gbowó oúnjẹ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Àbí pé kí nìyẹn? Ó máa dúró sáyẹ̀, you go dey your day, I go dey my day ni. Kò burú jù, kò bàjẹ́. You go dey your day, I go dey my day. That is the worst that will happen. But say you will come see me. If you now decide to fight, that means that is who you are. That means you are somebody that doesn't have, something is not up with that your head where you carry. If you say because of my opinion on social media, you will now see me. This is that Auntie Aduni. Today na today. Then something is wrong with you. And I will not even indulge you in that. So, this self-esteem thing, if you find a lot of people, it started from their childhood. I'll continue to say that. It started from their parents, especially mothers, who they talk, cho, 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 cho. Some mothers, now so them go, they run mouth. When their husband offend them, now their pikin, then go face, talk, cho, 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 on that pikin, destroy that pikin, reduce that pikin to some nothing. And that pikin, in the process, will start looking for love in wrong places. Tí ìṣetán àti ń gba feedback lórí show. You see, a lot of people are going through what we are saying. One or two people have sent me message now. Let me see. Inú fóònù kejì ni. A lot of people are going through it. Do not allow anyone to reduce you to nothing. You are somebody. You are somebody. I gained my confidence back. I gained my courage back. I gained my strength back by looking in the mirror and talking to myself. When something happens and I can't figure it out, I will be talking like somebody brought that. This is another way you can deal with things like that. If anything happens, put yourself as the neutral person. Now somebody is asking you, lágbájá, kíní ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀, ṣé o kíní kan, how do you now feel? Should I do this? Advice like you're advising somebody. Build your esteem. I will talk about that one later. Build yourself back. Nobody can destroy you except you give them that power to do that. Nobody. Except you give them the power. Some of you stay with your abusers and you want to be okay. You can't be okay. This is one of the reasons why you are being traumatized. You don't stay where you are being abused. You cannot be okay. You will lose your esteem. You will lose your self-pride. You will lose your dignity. You will lose your identity. Nothing is worth losing yourself for. You keep staying where you are not respected, where you are disrespected, where you are... Hello? Hello?
Yeah, I do need good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I am a good fan, if not the best fan of yours. You will always see my comment to Gochukunta from New York.
Yes, I always see it.
Good. There was something I saw now.
Power on.
Somebody
Bluetooth
posted,
mode.
it's written where
Connected.
Sorry, I'm trying to connect you to speaker.
where this GO was clapping somebody. for
My
not
brother, we are not
accepting
talking
to be a
of
witch.
church now. Oh. We are talking about something else. We are talking of relationship.
Hello?
We are talking of relationship this morning. So I thought you wanted to contribute to what we are saying.
Hey, no, I've not gotten to that place.
Okay.
Okay, let me check.
Okay.
Don't worry.
All right. So if you want to call in now, you can start calling in to probably share your experience or have an input. I want to give others to have an input into this show. I don't want to be the only one that will continue. So like I was saying, you cannot continue to stay with your abuser and be normal. It's not possible. One of the reason why I don't want to call their name, but she get gongo, you understand? Àwọn dúdú ìlú yìí, why they are the way they are is because nǹkan tán ṣe fún wọn, tán dẹ̀ yìí ń ṣe stylishly. You can see nǹkan táwọn ọmọ wọn ń dì, even though they are contributing to it too. But what they did to them and still doing to them underground, under G, is why ẹ rí wípé wọ́n wà violent, wọ́n máa ń pariwo sọ̀rọ̀. It's their own way of fighting back. You cannot remain and be seeing your abusers or having anything to do with them after they have constantly, time without number, abuse you in any way, in any form, and still be the same. It's not possible. You will continue to be traumatized. And if you have gone through trauma, somebody was asking, what do you do? If you have gone through trauma, you need to talk to somebody. Don't bottle it in. No, you can't afford to bottle it in. If you are a woman, you have gone through trauma, you can seek the counsel of elderly people that have understanding. You can seek, if you don't have money for therapy, or you can even, if you can read, it's right there on Google. I'll keep telling you. There are therapists on Google where whatever you have gone through in an abusive relationship or under your parents or friendship, there is something for you to read about it if you can read. And it helps. I will tell you, it really helps. No matter the abuse you have gone through, mental, verbal, you think beating is worst until you meet verbal abusers, financial, mental abusers. You know, some people will not do it directly. Then go, they spin your head, and they're abusing you. At the end of the, you not be able to put it together. Those are the kind of people, today they are appearing like loving, tomorrow they are appearing like abusers. Those ones are mental abuse that your head cannot carry. So if you are not careful, if you don't deal with it, it can affect you later in life. It can result to dementia, Alzheimer, schizophrenia. It can affect you later in life. I keep saying, you have to talk to somebody. You have to find a way to deal with it. And also, you have to know that you are not the problem. Some people that are abused always think they are the problem. No, you are not the problem. Yes, you must have done some things wrong. Think of your abuser as actually the abuser. And don't make excuse for an abuser. Those are one of the ways to deal with your trauma. The more you keep making excuses for your abuser, the more traumatized you will be. Do not make excuse. You can call in Fatima. The number to call in is WhatsApp. +1. Mi ò ráwọn èèyàn mi. Yomi Adedeji, you are with me. Please help me to comment the number. +1 347 261 5455. WhatsApp only. So if you want to call in, you can call in. The line is open. So do you think that Lekki CEO that jumped from story building and by himself is trauma? Yes. Trauma ló lead the bobo in this stage yẹn. Yes. Capital yes. Capital yes. Trauma ló lead at this stage yẹn. Trauma can lead to that too. Can lead to suicide. Suicidal thoughts. Thank you, Yemi Adedeji. Always present, always ready. So the number is pinned on WhatsApp and on Facebook. So for people on YouTube, the number is +1 347 261 5455. If you want to contribute, you can call in now. So trauma, if you don't deal with it, can lead to a lot of things. You have to deal with it. Okay. Hello. Ash, Okot. You can call in now. The line is open. Okay. Somebody else is calling again. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. I want to talk about the trauma bonding and self-esteem.
Okay. That's
How it
another trauma
affected
bonding.
me negatively.
Okay.
I want to talk about myself and how I work on it.
Okay. Please go ahead.
In 2016, I remarried. So when I remarried, the guy was always telling me when we have issues, he will always tell me, Anise, lérò ọkọ mi ìfẹ́ láéláé. Ìwọ tọ́lọ̀ fún ríru chance báyìí. Look at you, you are very useless.
Wow.
You are very busy. Mama wò pé kí ni wá ṣẹlẹ̀? Ṣùgbọ́n báyìí náà ni mo wá worst tó ni.
Wow.
He will talk down on me. And I had a very good girl that I left and followed him to Niger Delta at that time. He will always talk down on me. The day when a woman is tired, that's when I know that because there's no amount of money that I give a woman.
Take it back.
When a woman is tired, although when I left, I had depression for 4 years. I'm just coming out of it because he battered with my emotions. Serious things that he said.
Somebody said that is defensive abuse. Go ahead.
He's so mean and he's an educated person. I just like, these are the things that my parents don't talk to me like this at home. I'll be crying. So one day his friend came to me. His friend came into my house and he saw the way his kids were not doing anything. I had the one going helter-skelter. His friend now said, I said, I'm thinking, and his friend said, because he sees that I'm getting late, I should come and see him in his office. So that day, his friend gave me money. I should pack my things and leave.
Wow.
I'm the 5th person after the death of his wife. That is just unfortunate that because he cannot tell me, I'm the 5th person he has got married to. So I should please leave. Don't do me. Aside from that, he will just come home irrationally. You have not cooked. You are so useless. People will make break. It's just 11, past 11. I don't know that you will come home. So many things. And when I left, I dealt with mental. I'm still on it till today. Only by the grace of God.
Hold on. You said when you left him, you did what?
Those kind of things.
Hello, sis.
I left him. The day
you said after you left, you did some things to men or what?
I left.
Okay.
When I left, he called. He was crying. I said, no, my stop. Enough is enough. I'm done. Also, all the things he said to me, I cannot see myself looking for love, find love again. It affected me so bad.
Oh, God.
He said so many hurtful things to me. I'm currently seeing therapists. I'm saying I'm getting help, but those things got to, because I'm not the kind of person. My first marriage, I married as a virgin, but he died. So I didn't even have a child. Then I was telling him that I have only one child.
She said she's seen a therapist already.
To get another child. I'll call you later.
Okay, sis. It's two-way thing. I know some people will get solution from it, and some it will give them PTSD or whatever they call it. Hello.
Hello, Auntie. Hello, ma.
Yes,
ma. I want to contribute, ma.
Please go ahead. Then before you go ahead, please, there is somebody that puts a comment down. Let me quickly read it. Okay, let me pin it. Yomi Adede, you might not help us to. I want to pin this comment because it's very important. Yeah, where that person copied out some things for us. If you've been traumatized, all the things to do, I've pinned it. Thank you very much, Adetutu Balogun. God bless you. Go ahead.
Yes. I just want to add to some of the things that you're saying. And so when we talk about, I hear what people are saying about trauma bonding. But a lot of times, trauma bonding starts from when someone has been through an experience. So it
Before,
could be someone whose partner has passed away, okay? Or someone who had maybe been in a long-term relationship and the relationship ended, without a proper finishing. Some relationship ends abruptly, right?
And the person moves into a new one instantly.
They've planned their life around themselves. While usually in a relationship, before it ends officially, the person who wants to end that relationship already ended it long time ago
and move on. Yes.
Okay, but obviously the other person who is not aware that the other person in the
That the partner has
might not
moved
have
on.
been aware. So that person is still emotionally tied into that relationship. To avoid trauma bonding, when I used to work in domestic abuse, what we always advise, because that's what leads to a lot of things. So what we always advise is, before you even go into any relationship, go for therapy first.
Or heal up first.
Go for therapy, learn to love yourself first. So loving yourself, like what you were saying about self-affirmation, we come from a society, even here in the West, it happens to their own Tiwantiwa people. You understand? Because for someone to go through an relationship, we always need to look back at the home front. As horrible as we want to say it. If the home front is safe, that child would bond rightly in a relationship. Yes, there are some situations whereby the child comes from a very loving home. But
call me on 240-347. Emma Basho, you get now. Oh yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah, so there are situations whereby a child could come from a from a very solid home, where there's love and nurturing and everything. But in that kind of situation, you find that that child recognizes how not to be loved. So that child is able, that person is able to go back either to the mom or the father. And that's why I always say to people, make sure as a parent, always make sure that your home that you are a safe space for your child. And when I'm saying child now, I'm saying child in a very loose way, right?
Your place is a safe haven for your child to come back to.
Yes, if you have a safe space, if you are the safe space for your child, if that child is going through emotional trauma, that child can always come back. Even those who are married and everything, they can always come back. Your child is close to their parents. Even if nothing goes wrong, even if they can't talk to anybody, they can always find a safe space. So as a parent, it's always good we know how to talk to our children, especially our grown-up children, so that if there's anything wrong out there, we become that safe space that they can always fall back to. Now,
what of a case of somebody that doesn't have both parents anymore?
Yeah. When it comes to self-esteem, like I've rightly said, Ma, you see our society, even here in the diaspora as well, our society celebrates fluid wealth. That's what I call it. We celebrate what we call fluid wealth, whereby it's about what kind of car do you drive? What kind of clothes do you wear? What kind of house did you buy? What kind of people do you mingle with? Okay? If you compare that to the Oyibos that we live among, okay, they can be wealthy. Wealth is not even about money. Wealth in reality is about your social capital. And as a man or as a woman, learn not to put a price on yourself. Because if you are if you're a man or a woman and you have a price, then you don't have your self-esteem. Because anybody can trample on your self-esteem and buy you with a price. And there are a lot of examples like that. As a woman, as a man, like you have said, build a boundary around yourself. Know when someone disrespects you. Once that person, put that boundary up. Treat yourself the way you want others to treat you. For
that
a
is
woman,
it. Treat yourself.
You know, one thing.
Can you repeat that again? Treat yourself.
Treat yourself the way you want others to treat you.
God bless you. Very important. Very, very important.
If you learn to treat yourself the way others would, the way you
want them to treat you, yeah.
If you're not going to disrespect yourself, why would you let somebody else disrespect you?
Simple.
You know, carry yourself with pride. I don't mean pride as in, I don't know how to say. I don't mean
what
pride.
we call pride. I understand, yeah. At least pride in yourself. And disrespect people. No, it's not that kind of pride. The pride whereby you know who you are.
Exactly.
That you are a first human being and you should be respected and treated right. That is what it means in a simple something that I can put it. Go ahead.
Yeah. And then there's this
confidence.
Yoruba,
yes, that's another good word for it.
I don't know how to say. I tell you when you know, if you have, don't wait for a man. Don't wait for a man to buy things. You know, when our women are talking sometimes, I feel in the Nigerian culture, don't let me say Africa because Africa is a big continent. I feel in the Nigerian culture, women tend to make themselves commodities.
Yeah.
Whereby, for instance, I think until you did a video on a lady where she said, I think there was a video that went viral actually, podcast. And the girl said, if you date me, you know, you have to pay for my wig. You have to pay 500.
It was a video that went viral.
Okay. Now, why are you waiting for somebody to do that for you? You can do it yourself. Exactly.
Go ahead.
You know, treat yourself right. Like me as a person, I'm a single person. I take myself out on dates.
Wow.
I look at nice
That's a good one.
I'm like, do you know what? I need to go there. And I will go. I will take my time. When I'm ready, I will dress and carry myself and go on a date. I'm not going with a man. Even when I was in Nigeria, I used to do it. I'm not going with a man. If I want to buy, there's nothing I want for myself that I can't buy, except if I don't need it. So when I then had a man in my life, there was nothing that the man was doing that was extraordinary to me. You know, my ex would always say, you know, you don't need you. There's nothing. What do I want to give you that you can't give yourself? And you know, as a woman, it is nice when a man says that to you. But when as a woman, you are looking at a man, you are saying, he has to buy a wig of 1 million naira or whatever it is. Why do you have to wait? Some of us, you know, some women, they even want to get married. They will start saying,
I'm seeing your message, my sister. Masorello, in your corner, can play a voice note to Musita.
You know, some of us as women, we want to get married. We are dating some women to tell you how much we don't have self-esteem. You are dating 3 people at the same time. And then you're like, is the richest one I will settle with. So you've already made yourself a commodity.
Yeah.
You know, because we make ourselves commodity. That is why, I'm sorry to say, I'm probably going to touch people in the wrong way. If you love yourself, there's no need for you to do BBL. Because what are you doing? Most people, why are they doing it? They are doing it to attract men. If you have self-esteem, I'm quite on the big side. I carry myself. I carry myself well. Of course, I'm losing weight. I'm working on myself to lose weight. But I will never reduce myself.
Or feel less of yourself.
If you want to do BBL and you are doing it for yourself, that's fine. But if you are doing it because you want to attract men,
or to make people feel you have a better shape, then you have a problem already.
Then there's a problem. The way we comport ourselves as women, it shouldn't just be about, let me dress. Look at this thing that they do in Nigeria. They say they are doing hookup. Okay? There's a popular social media person, one of the, whatever. He does the hookup, whatever. In short, I watched it because I saw a clip on
Níbo
Facebook.
nìyẹn?
And
Èwo
he would tell
nìyẹn?
the people, turn around. You know, what is it? That's the height of disrespect to yourself.
Èwo nìyẹn?
When
Ṣé
you
kìí ṣe
go
kíní
on,
lẹ́gẹ́ ló ń sọ yẹn? That lẹ́gẹ́ show.
yes, ma.
Tó máa ní kóbìnrin máa
Yes.
turn around.
You say turn around.
Ọlọ́run má bà tèmi
If
jẹ́.
a man does, if a man, see, I always tell people, if somebody wants to date you, it's not just about physical experience, because over time, that physical experience, that physical body might change. It's not about the physical, it's about what is inside of you.
Correct.
You know, and as a woman, it's not just about beauty. You've got to have beauty and brain.
Your beauty is even inside, not a physical thing. All this beauty, she's beautiful, is nonsense.
You've got to have beauty and brain.
Àìmọye beauty tọpọlọ wọn tí ò sí
turn
nǹkan kan nínú ẹ̀. Nothing inside the brain. What is
you should
beauty?
be able to multiply whatever is in your hand.
Beauty is your heart.
When
As far as
the
I'm
man
concerned, your heart.
You know, so that when the man comes into your life, the man sees you, that you're already settled. Even if you are not settled, he sees that there's something about, you know, there's something about men, right?
Mm-hmm.
A man can date as many girls as he wants to date. But from the beginning of dating, a man knows the lady that he wants to keep at home. That's something a lot of us women don't understand. Mm-hmm. Then for men as well, you know, when we're talking about trauma, men also go through trauma.
Go through trauma, yes.
Some men, they've been through stuff, they've seen how their dad treated their mother. Because again, we come back to the home front. We've seen how their father, maybe their dad speaks to women, speaks to their mother anyhow. They see it as a yardstick.
Or how their mother talked to their father too, anyhow.
Exactly. They see it as a yardstick. And that's what I'm saying, the home front. They see whatever happens in the home front is what people use as a yardstick for how they will treat others and how they even want to be treated. So maybe a man whose father is used to, you know, maybe they are home. Iraq and Kuwait war,
Benny.
Right? So they see that you will see men that when they start dating, talk about physical, won't see as love.
Yeah, you are right.
You know, or talking anyhow. Some people don't even realize people want to anyhow because in the home where they are growing, you know when you are, some of us. Let me say this in Yoruba. You know, some of us when we are growing up. Some people, the kind of home they grew up in, Shoria Okwe is a normal language in their home.
Olórí burúkú ni ẹ́.
You know, they insult themselves and they see it as a normal way of discussing.
Yeah.
How is that normal? So when that man now dates a woman, because of course when you are meeting someone, you're not dating your sister. So when you are dating someone else and you start using those kind of I remember, Auntie, I met somebody and the person, I remember we went on a date. And the person said something to me, and I was like, no. And so I stood up straight away there. I stood up and I walked away. It's not because he's a nice guy. He's got a very good job and everything. I was like, Eleyo Moroso, you don't talk to me like that. I don't talk to myself like that. You don't talk to me like that.
He better disrespecting you.
She understands. So hopefully, you know, as we are learning every day, as women, as men, we need to learn to respect yourself. Put respect to yourself.
So that you can be respected.
The way you want people to treat you, treat yourself that way. And once you start treating yourself as a woman, as a single woman, there's nothing wrong in being single. Take yourself out. As a man, learn to take yourself out.
Thank you very much.
Even if it's shopping, sometimes I take myself on window shopping therapy. I go and I come back.
Thank you, sis. So that God bless you. Thank you so much. Somebody is putting some points down here. Let me quickly read them. I actually pinned one. Comment here too. Okay, this is it. I'm coming. It's giving a tip on how to get over this thing. Like I told you, it's an interactive thing. Let me call somebody while I'm looking for it. She's been trying to call in. Yeah. Yeah, good afternoon, sis.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's afternoon here. Yeah. Where are you calling from?
Okay.
There is someone. Where are you calling?
I've been trying to call.
Yeah, go on.
This trauma issue, I've been there and back. And I've been able to, by the grace of my self-will, I was able to come out of it. When I was young, I suffered from poliomyelitis that affected my right leg. So I'm weak on the right limb. Because of that, I use a walking aid, and I've been like that. I went to school, did my degrees, got a good job.
But you are very. This is your picture I'm looking at.
I got married to this man that almost killed my self-esteem. Any little problem we have, he will abuse me. You disabled that I managed to marry. Kai, the first day I heard that, I almost died. Because in my life, all going through all this, my physical disability, nobody has ever said it to my face that you disabled. I managed to. Wow. And we attend to anything I do is problem. There was a time I was doing my MBA. I was going for my MBA classes. I didn't have a card then. When I come back, he will tell me to strip, that he wants to see somebody else has done something with me. Say, what? I've never seen that, because I grew up in a good family that my parents, I've never seen them quarrel. Not that they don't quarrel, but they don't quarrel in our presence. So it became something, strange to me that I'm suffering and going through that. I complained to my dad. The first time he said, Bridget, manage. I should go ahead. I should manage. Well, I continue to endure. It got to a point that if I close from work, if I'm going home, I'll be scared. I don't know how we talk that will cause problems. When I come back from work, I will be talking. That he used to eat. It will be on the table. He will leave them for me. I will back home. I will enter the kitchen, do this, and he doesn't talk to me. The only thing that he will tell me, you disabled that I managed to marry. Maybe you are a madam in your office. One day I will go to that your office and disgrace you. Anybody that comes to me is my boyfriend. Any woman that comes to visit me is spoiling me.
He still has a complex in your situation.
Yes.
Wow. He has serious issue.
It was so terrible. Finally, there was one day, and I told my dad, I went to my parents' place. I told my dad that I'm tired. I will kill myself. My daddy said, no, I cannot tell you to leave marriage, but use your tongue to count your teeth. And I understood what he was telling me. I just looked for money, went to rent another house, and I moved there. And that's how I got out of that problem. But all along, I was thinking, I'm so ugly. No man wants me. But I was surprised that I started a relationship after some years with a man that is more handsome, more educated, more humane than me. That was the first time a man would tell me, Bridget, I love you. Things like that.
See me with goosebumps. See me with goosebumps.
So now that he heard that I've relocated to the country I am now, I was told he's staging a comeback. Come back to the disabled. I'm still disabled.
He meant come back to where?
To who?
Come back to where?
To who? At times he will tell me to sleep on the floor.
That one
when I'm under my
they okay. The man not they okay.
Sleep on the floor.
Some partners are not okay. They are not normal. Something don't do them before people go marry them.
You said?
I say some partners, either man or woman, they behave somehow. They are not okay from where they are coming from before somebody will not marry them.
Either he has double personality, maybe he's a bipolar person or something.
Yes, it's possible.
Yes.
Double personality,
I was told that he said he wants to come back. My parents now told him that, did you not receive because I started the divorce proceedings and we divorced. He didn't come to court. He never came to court. And they did it in his absence because they went to drop the whatever to him. He was saying that he didn't see it. His bride price, they put it in an envelope and went to drop it for him. But my story, why I'm bringing this back, is that I was able to stand because I not like
this is encouraging for somebody.
I'm not telling myself that I am beautiful.
Oh yes,
I am beautiful.
Yes, and you're actually very pretty. Shebi, this is your picture.
You said?
Shebi, this is your picture on your DP.
Yes,
you are a very pretty woman.
And my disability it did not disturb me from anything. I have 2 kids. I
hope somebody is watching. No, I hope somebody that has given up is watching. Go on, my sister. I love this. I
go school. I know book. I get better work. Before I relocated, I retired as a level 15 officer in the government office. Wow. So what else do I want? I was doing my own business, managing myself. I didn't say because I have this.
Thank God you left. Some women will stay. They will not go. They will still stay. They will stay until they buy. Highest disrespect. Nonsense. I said the highest disrespect. Nonsense man.
Yes.
God shame him. I like this story.
I sleep on the floor.
On the floor. And he will sleep on the bed. If you want to do knacking,
I'll go to the sitting room and lie on the bed, or go to the other room. So throughout my monthly flow, I will enter my master's bedroom. That I contributed money to rent. So we women, we should buy respect. We should respect ourselves.
Yes, so
we should not
take a walk. Don't be afraid. Kai.
We should respect ourselves.
Thank you, my sister. This is really inspiring. Thank you so much for calling in. And I'm glad I called you back. Thank you. Love you.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you. This is so inspiring. I love this. This is so inspiring. If you are here, you're going through something like this, trauma, whatever, you don't stay around. Somebody has given us, I pinned something down. Somebody has given us tips on how to go about this thing easily, step by step. I love this. Hello. Hello, good morning. Abi, good afternoon.
Thank you, ma. I just want to contribute that, for parents, I think it's good for parents also to teach their children, to let their children know who they are.
Yes.
So that when they grow up and we start meeting these people, we can be able to know that, no, if somebody is telling me I am stupid, I know that I am not stupid. Because my parents have always told me I'm intelligent, I am smart. So I think that will also encourage us, because I met someone as well that was very, very abusive. And if
at
not
work,
because of what my parents have always told me and the people around me, I would have started second-guessing myself and be thinking, am I actually what this person was
calling me to
telling
be?
Me that I was? Because at the point I started thinking, like I was almost running mad, like, wait. Then one day I told myself, I said, wait a minute, I am intelligent. If I'm not intelligent, I wouldn't go to school and graduate with 2 master's degrees.
Wow.
I will not go to school abroad and I finished, because I knew what I passed through. Others could not even graduate with me. I started thinking, I said, no, I'm smart. I'm intelligent. I started telling myself all those things,
You see, speaking to yourself helps.
What my parents used to tell me, my siblings and everything. So I just want to contribute that it's also good for us as parents to let our children from when
they are young to know their worth and their value. Yes. Because you can never tell.
Because we can't control the people
they will meet. Yes.
But when you already know yourself, there is nothing anybody can say that can shake you.
That is it.
If anybody is telling you are stupid, you will just laugh, because you know that they are the ones.
That is not you.
So it won't get to you at all. That's just my contribution.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Like I said earlier too, this thing is, some of them starts from the home front. It starts from when a child is young, what the parents say to the child, how some parents will make a child feel worthless. Some parents will talk down on their children. Like the video that I posted, but I've had to pull that video down because I don't know what was wrong. I had to delete it. If you listen to what that girl say, her mother is always telling her. He said from there, she too saw herself as a nobody, as a nothing. That the mother will wake up to curse her and tell her she can never make anything good. Before she knows it, she was just sleeping around. The mother will tell you, go and fend for yourself, oh. And there are some people that came under that post. They were talking of, you see, Sherry Obiri, we are the one that will still complain that a man is treating us bad. What some mothers are doing to their children is worse than what a man is doing to some women. If you see under that post, under the video, there was a comment. One lady said, this is exactly what she passed through. That lady was bold to write it there. She said, if there is anybody they should not call a mother, it is a mother. Some of these things start from parental, especially with no apology from single parents. Hello?
Hello?
Are you contributing?
Yes, ma'am.
Please go ahead.
I just wanted to tag along with what one of the callers said about speaking to your children.
Yeah.
And lately, this is a very recent occurrence, and I just thought to contribute it.
Okay.
So I have
Recent occurrence.
4-year-old, and I remember he goes to preschool.
Okay.
And I remember whenever I talk to the director of the school and say, oh no, how is she doing and all of that, and they'll tell me, she doesn't talk in class. You know, some of our African children, I'm a quiet person, you know, with my personality. So my husband is quiet. So I feel like sometimes quietness can also be hereditary too.
Yes.
You know, that's just my preference.
Yes.
So I would ask and I'll say, what's going on? And they would say, oh, she lets others speak for her. Like when they ask her questions in class, she will wait for her friends to answer. So what I started doing, to cut a long story short, I would, in the morning after, you know, we shower, we get dressed and get ready to go, I will tell her we have 9 affirmations. And I made like signs. So I would tell her, she would tell me, she would say, I am smart, I am loved, I am blessed, I am unique, I am beautiful. And she is beautiful. Like when I heard that, I knew she was a beautiful girl. And she would tell me, I'm beautiful. The last one I always make sure she recites is, I am confident. And when she gets to that part, she say, I am confident. I am confident. And since we started doing that about 2-3 months ago, when I watch her videos in class, I see she wants to interact. She wants to be in the front row.
It has changed.
And it's the girl that barely talks in class. So I just wanted to say that it starts from when you're young. When you tell children this thing, they notice it and they start acting it out. I want to see how my child will be abused or will stand to be abused, you know. It's a process, I know.
It's a
but
process.
We have to keep working on it as they are growing. So that's just my contribution.
Thank you very much. Like she rightly said, and I was saying too, most of these things starts from the home. We have to, for people with young children, I don't expect your generation to make the mistake our parents made. Some of my generation too did. I don't expect it of your own generation. You should know better because you are the new generation parents. Hello. Please lower the other phone. Oh. Teba mark with me. You have to lower the other phone. 30 minutes more or 45 maximum, and then we will stop. You know, you have to build that confidence. I don't expect this generation to make that mistake at all. No. Yeah, I don't expect it. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning or good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Children. How are you?
Fine, thank you, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, listen.
You can't be listening to yourself. Kindly lower the other phone, please.
Most of this problem comes from people with low self-esteem. You understand? Like it affects women mostly. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Like people are already damaged, and they want to transcend this to other people.
Yeah.
You know,
you're right.
If I have a feeling like I'm ugly, right? I don't want to be the ugliest one, so I have to look for somebody else to say you're ugly. So now, for women, I always say this. Look, I'm around children all the time. When my children were in school, I was always around them. And it was this heavy-set girl. And this boy used to pick on her, you're fat, you're fat. And I told her, when they just tell him, if your parents don't have money to feed you, that's not my problem. As soon as she told him that, and I'm talking about fourth graders, as soon as she told him that, he started doing that. So this goes out to women, right? I don't know what people call beauty. Everybody has an inner beauty and outer beauty.
Yeah.
When a man comes to you that's already damaged and he tells you, oh, you're ugly.
I love that's
You
your
turn
word.
around
A
and tell
man that
him,
is already damaged
you
coming to
ugly.
a woman, right?
You understand? You turn around and tell them,
My brother, lower the other volume or else it will be confusing what we are saying because it's getting into the video.
okay, now I'm sorry.
All right.
Listen, these women have to they have to stand up for themselves. You know,
Thank
you
you.
don't need a man to make you feel
To
complete,
validate you.
especially somebody that's putting you down.
Yeah.
You know, you have to fight back. You always have to stand up for yourself because these people are already damaged from where they're coming from. You know, I met a lady that a guy told her, I love you. And she says, oh, he's lying to me. I says, what do you mean? She says, nobody ever told me that. I said, look, listen, you're already damaged. You have to go talk to somebody, especially if you're in the West. There's a lot of help. I mean, in Nigeria, it's common. Like people preach it down and it's accepted. But here, you know, there's a lot of people walking around damaged. It's just like, look at all this, like, what happened in Virginia. All those white people that were calling people N-word, N-word, N-word. A lot of them, when they arrested them, they interviewed them, they had no role models. And the role models they were supposed to have, they're in prison. If you ask them, my father, the white people, my father is in prison.
Yes.
So nobody raised them. So their esteem is already low. So they
yeah.
have to bring somebody down to their level. So you have to always be above them, no matter what. You have to be above them. I work with 90. I'm retired now, thank God. I worked with 99% white people. You understand? A lot of them are nice. But some of them, they're already damaged from where they came from. If they see you driving a better car, they don't like it. They know your house is better than theirs, they don't like it. But, you know, I tell them, you can't blame me for your problem. You have to deal with your problem.
You can't blame me for your problem where you are bringing it from.
Some women do it to men too. I think this happens maybe about 3% of the population. Women do it to men. But especially
women do it to
men,
men do it to women.
You have to stand, you know, how this is girl power. You have to stand up for your right.
Thank you very much.
All right. You have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Okay. How many calls more? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, you are on.
Hello, good evening.
Are you
I'm
calling to
chatting.
contributing? Are you calling to contribute? Yes. Good evening.
Yes, I'm calling to contribute.
All right, you are on.
I'm calling from the UK. My name is Buki, and I just want to share my own experience about being in an abusive relationship. You
Trauma.
see, I think for most women, the worst form of abuse for women is when women go through emotional abuse, but they don't even realize that they are being abused emotionally.
Yes.
So when I first got married, everything was going on well for maybe a few months. And then I started noticing if I wear any nice clothes, this guy was always telling me, oh, that doesn't look good on you. Why don't you go and wear this instead? And at first, I didn't take, I didn't take notice of things like that. If I wear any nice perfume that I really like, oh, I don't like the smell of that perfume. Why don't you go and buy something else? And, so that was how it started. And eventually the relationship broke down. And I just had my son then. My son was, I think he was around 8 months when I finally left him. And for the first 3 months after I left him, I was really ill. My skin broke out in rashes, and I didn't understand it. So I went to the hospital. And that was the first time I would actually believe that stress can cause your skin to react. Because when I explained everything to the doctor and he checked me, the first thing he said was, have you been through a traumatic experience recently? I said, yes. And he said, yeah, that's why your skin is breaking out. Your body is reacting to what you've been through. And I thank God that a few months down the line, I met this white man. And the funny thing is, it was a white man that I first met before I met this man that I married. But I didn't give him any chance. So the white man came again and we started dating. And to my surprise, the first gift this white man bought for me was nail paint. I mean, something that my ex-husband wouldn't allow me to wear. You know, he wouldn't allow me to do
What
my
did he buy
nails
for
and
you?
everything.
What did you say he
And
bought
this
for
man
you?
bought it for me. He treats me nicely. And today, we just celebrated our 11 years anniversary. He treats me like a woman, not like an object, not like a commodity. He treats me with respect, and not just me, our son, my family members, my friends. And every time we are together, or if we have like a party in the house, we invite our friends. My friends were always like, you are so lucky with this man. The way, I mean, if he sees that I'm not feeling too good, maybe I'm down a little bit, he would try to make me happy. Recently, he organized a surprise birthday party for me that I didn't even know anything about. He had to bring my sister all the way from Nigeria just to make me happy, just to cheer me up. And looking back at where I was coming from, I mean, it's like two worlds apart from what I suffered with the other man and where I am today. My confidence, when I was with the other man, I lost my confidence. I lost myself. I didn't believe that somebody could call me beautiful. I didn't believe it because this man made me believe
that. He never
that,
gave you compliments before?
I'm nothing. I could never be beautiful. And I mean, a lot of women go through that. And I have a friend who actually died in that kind of situation.
Wow.
I mean, we lost her. We lost her because she was in that kind of abusive relationship. And I was trying to tell her that you need to get out of that relationship.
That's what I want to say. Why didn't she leave?
She couldn't for some reason, she just couldn't get out. And we lost her eventually. So I just want to advise women, please, love yourself.
Not only women, no. Don't let us make it a women thing. Men too are going through abuse.
Nobody. You are here on this earth to make a mark too. If a man does not appreciate you, appreciate yourself first. Love yourself.
Love yourself. Don't let anybody break your
I built my confidence
self-esteem.
back. I look at myself in the mirror like you were talking about affirmation.
Yes.
I look at myself and I will say, oh, wow, you are really a beautiful girl.
Yes, so fine girl.
And I will even
see
joke about with my husband and say, have you ever
seen
such a beautiful woman in your life before? And he will say, no, I've never met such a beautiful woman. Look, you are the most beautiful woman in this world. And just to make me happy and feel good about myself. I'm in a much, 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 much better place right now. And I want to encourage women out there.
You.
It's not the end of the world.
This is inspiring. This is what we want to hear.
Take
Don't
yourself
give
out
up.
of it and start again. And just start your life again. You matter in this life too. It's not about that man. It's about you.
It's about you first. It's about you first.
And I want to thank you, Auntie Adrini, for this wonderful program.
Thank you.
Learning
your
a lot
story is inspiring
from all your programs,
too. Thank
and I
you
just
so
want
much.
to thank you. You're doing
welcome.
a very good job.
Thank you,
and
sis.
I want to thank everybody that
Thanks
has been
for calling to
contributing
share
as well.
your story. Thank you so
much.
Thanks for sharing your story. Thank you so much. All right. Hello. This is really inspiring.
Okay.
It's about you first. Hello, sis. About lower whatever you're using to hear so that we can hear you clearly. Oh, yeah, you are on.
Hello, ma.
Hello, sis.
Well done, ma. Well done for this amazing, inspiring,
thank you,
courageous, message that you are passing out this afternoon is an amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you ask many women, you will not need this platform today. There is a lot for you to hear. Trust me,
right?
I face the same thing. And while I was going through these things there, people I have around me there, they are also not confident like me. Me, I still said I'm kind of low esteem, low of any courage, from back home where I remember our parents would say, so I discover that everything they are teaching us back home, I'm sorry to say this, the lack of giving even the men respect. We are 2 children, and they will be giving the lady how you can live with respect, how you can live
what to
with
do
submission,
for your man. They don't
how
tell the
you
men
can
what to
live
do.
with,
I agree.
no argument. But they forgot to teach the man. So I discovered this in my relationship. Like, okay, I've been training my parents how to do this, how to do that. But you, man, don't have it. When I moved to abroad, when I met this guy, we live in that, I can tell you, all through that journey, I learned through that relationship so well. And it has really empowered me today, because I have to handle my son too properly. How to respect woman. How to, in fact, as I'm talking to you, my son just came back from market. Long list.
I do that too.
I'm telling you, man. That's what I did. It's going to be very, very strong. But I make sure it's responsible. Because this is one thing we mom too, we are doing that we don't know. We don't handle those boys from young. And I can tell you, many bad man you speak today is from many moms.
Yeah, from their mothers, from women.
I am telling you, that's why they are not. If you look any woman from 70s up to now, you will see that quality of home training, manners, intelligence, dignity from them. But if you look the men from that time to this time, you can't find what I just point out to you now from them. And if you find, it's only few. That's why it's what their father do them. They seeing, they looking what their father doing to their mother, and that's what they thought is right.
Is right.
And that is exactly,
and that's why some of them are even having problem in abroad. Yes.
They are lack of their responsibility. Have you ever imagined? I was in a place, a man was telling me, because I was trying to help my husband, I was trying to protect him, I was trying to do everything. And a man said to me, you are foolish, because you make that man lazy for his responsibility, because you are trying to help. Now he has weak to do his responsibility. The blames now come back to you, and you now think is going to see you.
Auntie, can I ask you a question?
Things have passed.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Things have passed, because the time you're supposed to let him stand and responsible for his responsibility, you're now telling him that you are tired now, but now you've been doing everything before you know, oh, my worry, my help, oh, don't worry, let's be managing. You are managing. Now you cannot manage. Things are coming more large, and you're now tired of him because he's not supporting you. Do you know many women in abroad, because of we went, that route, I don't want to mention that route, that route we go and do submission to cover up for the man to come back, and the man will make you regret of that time you spend to give them opportunity of living in this kind of a country. Do you know? So all these things accumulate as a depress, as a frustration.
Thank
to
you,
many
sis.
women that have done that. They put slap back to their face.
Shema, so that we can pick other people's call. Thank you. Shema,
this topic, and you have made me to, if I'm going back on my page, I am going to talk about it, because Mary Kay gave me strength. Trust me. When I joined that company, a lot of women of excellence, of, passion, name it, that they do encourage us there. That's what I was. That's where I gained my own strength and confidence. That's why when you look at the mirror, you are right. That's one of the topics. I respect you, American. You have those teachers. Well done. Thank you. God bless you.
So don't forget the topic. We are talking about trauma. And I wonder why we don't have people are talking about their husbands and partners in childhood. Why are we not having people talking about that? You know, you don't have to say it happened to you. You can just tell us something or somebody you know. Hello?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Please, men, call
Thanks
in.
for
No, this is not
everything
a
that we
gender
always do.
issue. Call in. No, it's
See,
not
I've
about
always
only
said
men.
something. This is not the
It's
first time I'm
it's not
calling
a
on your
gender
show.
issue.
I've always said something about all these Gen Z generation that they call themselves. I would like to say that we caused it. Any one of us that is above 50, we are causing the problem that all these Gen Z is having now.
I agree.
And the reason why I say that is that most of them are getting married. Like that woman just said, home training for our boys and our girls. Number one, before I go into that, any woman that is ready for any man in this kingdom to validate your beauty, to validate that you are good, that you are beautiful, oh sure, don't even go there. Men will say I love you based on what they want to get from you. Yeah. I love you, I love you, I love you. They have
some. Don't let's generalize it. Say some
doing,
men.
We
some
have our
men.
motive. We have our reasons for doing it. You understand me, ma'am? I love you, I love you. They know what they are doing. Women know what they are doing. You understand, ma'am? And for anybody that is going through trauma, I always say something. In marriage, it's two people that are involved. Every one of us, we're outside. We don't know what the woman is going through. We don't know what the man is going through. I've seen men abusing their wives to the extent of, I will raise down the roof. I will do this. And this man has been doing it for almost 20-something years for this woman. And recently, he did something again. And even me, when they told me I was at my highest level, and I told my husband, I said, this time around, if this is what this man is going to do, I'm telling you, this marriage is going to end for both of them. I didn't know that was what is inside that woman too. When she called me, she said, you know what? I told my husband, I said, I'm waiting for you. You've been doing all this. You've been degrading me in the presence of your family. You've been trashing me down. And I've already made all my bottles. That's what she told her husband. She said, I've made all my bottles. And I'm ready for the work this time around. I'm ready to get out of this marriage. You know what? This man that is always on top, he couldn't talk. He couldn't talk again.
Abusers don't like their partners. They don't like their victims.
When one of his daughters come in and send a message that I'm sending this message to her father, the one said, no. She called me. I said, leave the daughter alone. Leave her alone. Let her send the message to her father. Let her send the message to her father. And the moment the girl sent the message to her father, do you know what the man said? You know what the man said? You know what? I hear you loud and clear. I hear you loud and clear. That is what he told his daughter on the message. And the mother said, I was scared. I said, because you have been living in fear. And when I now talk to the man, I said, you are affecting your children. Your daughter is grown up, about to bring her husband. Your second child is grown up, about to bring her own husband. I said, when you are trashing your wife down like this, and your children have been growing up, they've been knowing you for all this, what did you expect? These children that they are scared now to even demand to you that, Daddy, I'm ready to get married. Because they don't want you to trash their mother down. And when I talk to these children, they will say, you know what? Marriage, forget it, auntie. So a lot of things
the children don't want to get married
in the presence of their parents.
Auntie, hold on. The children don't want to get married because of what their father did.
No. I want them to get married. But they already stood their ground that they're going to get married. They're not going to tolerate all this nonsense that their father did to their mother.
Okay.
They already made up their mind. And I'm praying for them. They're going to get married. But they already made up their mind that all this nonsense, we're not going to tolerate it from any man. And for those women that have already called, when you are begin to, I always tell my daughter,
but
here,
I want to, Auntie,
your father abusing me. You never witnessed your father talking to me nonsense.
Auntie,
no man on earth should bring you down. As I'm talking to you now, my 3 kids, my daughter and my last born, they're in the kitchen cooking. My second born, is helping me to do something here. I've always said then, you got to know how to cook. Because the problem that we are facing now is that a lot of men, a lot of we parents, we did not teach our children how to cook, our boys in particular. We don't allow them to do things in the house. So when they get married, they think they are on top of the world. They are the ones that have to sit down, go to work, sit down. And when you come back, you only play with your phone. Your wife will be the one doing the chores, doing the everything. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. I've always told my children,
it used to, but not anymore.
We that are above 50, when we begin to let our children know that, okay, ma, can you imagine in the past when a child of people that are very rich, are affluent, they will not want their children to marry somebody that is low below them. We always talk. I talk too that what did they have? What is all this? But now I realize a lot of things. Because I told my kids, anybody that is going to get married to any one of you, they're going to come to this house. They're going to come and witness what is going on in this house. Are you compatible with that? A girl told me recently, ma. She said, my boyfriend's father is dead. My boyfriend's father is dead. I said, at what age? What happened to the mother? Why did the father die too? We need to dig into it. You need to know the reason why they are dying before you enter into that kind of a home. So a lot of things that we're supposed to do on our part that is affecting these children when they got married. I spill out everything to my children. I said, you have to hear it from me first before you hear it from outside. A lot of things that we don't want to tell them, we are saying, oh, you don't want to hear this. You need to let them know. Know it not from me before you go out and go and see it. So a lot of people, the one thing I want to say, man, before I stop, is you need to have somebody that you need to talk to. A closed mouth is a closed destiny. I always say that.
I agree.
You are going through trauma. You can't tell anybody. You want to tell me in the whole wide world. You don't have one person that you can discuss to and we put you through and not put you in the wrong direction. No, it shouldn't be. You should have somebody in your life, be it your mother, be it your father, be it your uncle, that will be able to talk to you. You'll be able to explain, I'm going through this. I don't know what to do. And they will be able to put you in the right direction, not in the wrong direction. If you don't have anybody, you need to have somebody in your life. You need to have somebody that can talk to you, that can say, no, you shouldn't. That woman that said that her husband was treating her, calling her a disabled, you will not say it twice. You will never say that statement twice. To me or anybody that is close to me, the lady will leave right away. I don't tolerate nonsense. I expect my husband to the highest order, and my kids saw it. And that is what I expect for every one of them. A wife needs to respect you. You need to respect your wife. What is good for good
is good for Ganda. Correct.
What makes the difference?
Correct.
So there's a lot of things that is going on out there that we that is above 50, we need to start correcting it now. I saw a guy, I don't know, maybe you saw that post. The guy said, my parents, I'm a Yoruba guy. The lady I want to marry was an Igbo girl. She said, I told her, before we can go into this relationship deep, I need to know your parents. She said, are you sure? She said, yes, I need to know your parents. And she said, it took me to their parents in Abuja. The guy said, on my way back to Lagos, I began to plan for my wedding because I knew I have met the person I'm going to marry. Some people, it is their in-law that are giving them problems. Some people, it is the husband or the wife that is giving them problems. You need to spill it out before you get into it. Before you dive into it. You need to know the kind of family you are going to get into. Family that the husband look down on their mother. Family that they trash their mother or in the presence of their family. Man, family that the wife cannot say anything. No! I need to know what is this. Is it because you are so rich? What is the richness that you have that we have never seen before? So everybody needs to be sitting down this time around with their kids before you go in there. We need to talk it out. And a lot of people see the red flag. They see the red flag before they say, oh, I will change it. You cannot change any man. You are not God. You are not the one that created them. God can only change a man. It's only God that can change anybody.
No, a man will decide to change. No, a man is that man that a man or woman will decide to change if they want to change.
Like I told my daughter yesterday, my daughter was asking some questions. I said, you know what? Any man that will cheat will cheat. Any woman that will cheat, no matter what you do. No matter what you do for them, if they're going to cheat, they will cheat. Only you have your integrity. When you have your integrity,
my phone is about to go off.
then you can say, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And you will not do it. So put it at the back of your mind. The person that are supposed to marry.
Oh, that pori phone ti go now. Share my darling sister. Thank you, sis. Yeah. Oh, that pé phone mi battery ti lọlẹ̀ gan. Òun ló ń dùn yẹn. Ẹ ṣé sis.
Hello, ma.
Yeah, ó dà pé battery phone mi fẹ́ kú kó tó kú ẹ ṣé gan.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, ma.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you too. Yeah, she mentioned something that I want to correct here. That a woman, number one, let us know that this abuse thing come from both sides. It could be a man, it could be a woman. It's all about individual. So I am not making this video a gender thing. It is not a woman alone, a woman alone that is being abused in relationship. Men too are going through abuse, okay? Àwọn kan kì í sọ̀rọ̀ síta ni, especially verbal abuse that could make people feel less of themselves and feel like, shame you try Tony. For men's zone is probably a woman telling the woman, man, wípé kò ṣe tó, and the woman is trying his best. And the woman, in the process of putting her grievances down, we put it down like the man is useless, is worthless, kò worth nǹkan tó yẹ kóun fẹ́. You know, such words are dangerous. Such words are the kind of words that could reduce somebody to as if they are nothing. Those are traumatic words. Tí ó yẹ pé èèyàn ò ní gbàgbé. You have to be very careful. I will try and round up. Okay, can you stop? Because mo ti pa flash. We have to be very careful. The word spoken causes trauma. You know, tọ́n bá lù yàn gbà mí, you can forget if you don't have mark on your body. But ọ̀rọ̀, words that will pierce into the heart and leave a scar. That scar is like, that word will keep ringing in that person's brain. That word will keep going through that person's brain and be like, ṣé mo ṣe ríre lóòótọ́? Ṣé mo ṣe nǹkan báyìí lóòótọ́? Ṣé mo ṣe kinní kan? You know, if you have to talk about something that your partner has done, and just like a mother that wants to correct a child, your child is not doing well in school, and the next thing is that I don't even know the type of child you are. Or bóyá ọmọ sọ pé ó ṣe bákan, téèyàn wá sọ fún ọmọ pé if you want to pie yourself, go and pie yourself. Those are strong words that people will not forget. So we have to be very careful. So strong words is what causes trauma. And sometimes when you think abuse is all about beating. In fact, you will find out that verbal abuse where somebody will be like, do I want living anymore? Then that means I'm useless. I'm not worth anything. Somebody was talking about the guy that by himself a few days ago, that Nick of Konga. You know, they said it was because of divorce or whatever. We don't really know the details. People are saying it's because of his former divorce. We don't know the trauma he went through in that divorce. And that is why I always tell people, honestly, you need to talk out. You need to speak. And when people are talking, one thing I find out with our people is, sorry, the other phone is going down too. It's a long video today. One thing I find out with our people is that we don't know the right word sometimes to speak to the victim. You know, when victims come to you and tell you this is what is going on, honestly, it is better if you don't know what to say to keep quiet than blame the victim. And telling the victim, hey, ìwọ náà ṣe báyìí, Obama ṣe lè, you shouldn't have done this. Why did you do this too? Remember, reactions is always as a result of action. If somebody that has been under abuse, like what that sister just left said, he said the husband has been abusing this woman for the past 20-something years. And presently, she just woke up to say no anymore. Meanwhile, this woman that is just waking up after 20 years to know that the husband is abusing her has unconsciously damaged her children too. Because the children has witnessed that abuse over the past 20 years. And the children will go and get married now. Either she likes it or not, it has affected her children. Either she likes it or not, her children are carrying trauma already. You see where it's coming from? When I said most of these things are coming from the home front, where children grow up. Either she likes it or not, the children already are traumatized. And they are going to take that trauma into their marriage. Either she likes it or not. Now, are we going to blame a man? Yes, he's an abuser. Why didn't that woman walk away? I am not blaming the woman from not walking away too, in all totality. But why will you stay under abuse for over 20-something years? If you identify, that's why we are doing this. If you identify it before you are fully traumatized and messed up totally, if people like, they should come and say, Auntie Aduni is campaigning for women to leave marriage. No, this is for both man and woman. I talk to men too. Nothing is worth reducing your life to. And later in life, you become something else. You see, when we say some men, they are behaving like Baba no regrets. It is because of the trauma they have gone through. Later in life, as an elderly man, you will now see them still misbehaving in old age. They are not just misbehaving in old age. They have gone through some trauma that has refused to leave them, that they have not healed from. I have had men in their 70s that you will expect have seen life, that you will expect should mentor younger ones. I have had them say, hey, Obiri, the kind poison they put in the minds of younger men, you will be amazed. Obìnrin, hey, tó bá ń deal pẹ̀lú obìnrin, ó máa ní láti ṣọ́ra ni o. They never see anything good in marriage. They never see anything good in couples being together. They never see anything in good in they don't even believe there is anything called love. Ibi tí wọ́n wà traumatized dé nìyẹn. And will you still blame them? Take it back to what the experience they have gone through that refused to leave them, that they did not heal from. Somebody say if it's from a family member, it's still the same thing. Family member that is an abuser, you don't stay with them. The more you stay with them, the more they continue to abuse you. Abusers and narcissists, they don't stop. They derive joy in abusing people. That is where their own strength come from. People like that are always in control. They want to be in control. People like that always want to be the one in charge. People like that always look down on other people, no, irrespective of who they are. They feel they are better. And they always see themselves, they never do wrong. Even when they do wrong, they will tell you they have a reason for doing the wrong. Instead of acknowledging and accepting that they have done wrong. They will never accept they have done wrong. They will always see a reason why they have to be wicked. So why would you want to stay there? Family member, Who told you family is by blood? Family is not by blood. Family is people who understand you. People who you can stay together in peace with. Yes, you might have little one or two issues, mild issues, and that is it, and you forget it and move on. But where you are being treated and being reduced to nothing, you are being regarded as a nobody, you are not being respected, that is not family. No, they are not family. Family is not by blood. You are not just hearing this for the first time. Family is not by blood, or else they will mess you up. They will mess you up, mess up your life, and you will be so messed up to tolerate or live with other people will be difficult for you because they have been so messed up that you are always on the alert. Your antenna is high. The signal of antenna is like this because of the way you have been treated. The next thing is that anybody that comes around you, you are suspecting them. Anyone you want to have relationship with, you are already suspecting them before you start the relationship. It's as simple as that. Friendship, man or woman relationship, before you start, you don't suspect them because of what you have gone through. Because you have stayed under it so much, you don't believe there are, just like some women will say, ọkùnrin kò sọ́kùnrin tó dáa. I tell them, ọkùnrin tó dáa wà. Yes, you have been unfortunate to meet some bad ones that have treated you like you are. And probably you gave them the power to treat you so. You gave them the power. How do you give people power to treat you bad? By when they do it once, you make excuse for them. Or they make excuse. They do it second time, you make excuse. And they give you excuse. The third time you allow them, you have given them the full power to continue. You have given them you gave them your power of attorney, like they will say. The authority to continue to do whatever they are doing to you. And the more they do it, the more you are being injured. Not physical injury, mental injury, psychological injury, health injury too will add to it. Because when you are not okay mentally, your health is at stake. When you have gotten to an extent whereby you start having anxiety around people, you are careful in talking. You want to talk, you are scared of talking to that person. That is anxiety. That is fear. You should not be fearful or scared to talk where there is love, where there is true understanding, where there is respect. You should not be scared. But when it comes to that, then something has gone wrong. And if it cannot be sorted out, why are you staying? What are you staying there doing? It is time to go. Wọ́n ní tí baálé ilé bá ń fi àparí iṣu hàn àlejò, òwe ilé tó lọ ni. Why would you want to stay in a place where you had a story of that our sister? I hope I remember to cut that part out, where she relayed the story. A man she was married to, Oko, who saw her the way she is. Remember something I posted like some few weeks ago, an update, where one guy said he was threatening, he chased the wife outside. He said, leave my house. And the wife left, packed her things and left. And the wife went to a friend's place. From there, she rented her own apartment. And the husband now called the parents and said, have you seen your daughter? They said, why? He said, I can't see your daughter. She has left the house because I asked her to leave. And the parents said, okay, you know what? Come and collect your bride price that you gave us for our daughter and go and file for divorce. The man now say, I was only joking, no. Please, I want my wife back. The parents refused to let him know where the wife was. Now my question is, when I now put up that post, so a lot of people were now like, a lot of women were commenting under that post that they have experienced where their man will say, I did you favor by marrying you. And I'm like, for real? You did that favor. How did you do a woman favor by marrying her? I'm not sure it's common for women to tell a man that I marry you. Mo ṣàánú ẹ ni mo ṣe fẹ́. I don't know if women say it, but I've heard that it's common with men saying, mo ṣàánú ẹ ni mo ṣe fẹ́, ìwọ kọ́ ló yẹ kí n fẹ́ now. You know, why would you tell somebody that you have sealed and everything and in your house that I did you a favor? What favor? What favor did you do her? Remember you toasted her, and I'm sure it was not immediately she said yes. It took time. After that, you went to seek. Oh, somebody said, my husband told me that he did me a favor by marrying me. You see, that's a trauma. That's a crazy trauma that somebody, I wonder how that person will be, how it will be feeling in your brain that somebody did you a favor to marry you. What favor? Please, I'm not getting it. What favor? You did her a favor, you toasted her. She did not answer on time. You did that. If there are words you should not speak, there are some words you don't speak when you are upset with your partner. You don't speak it. You speak it, you are destroying whatever that person feels for you. So, a lot of women said their husband was, anytime they are upset, the man is always saying they did them favor. So my question is, what is the favor? Somebody you have to take a lot of time, see her parents and all that before you marry her. What is the favor that you did? Those are the things some women will carry in their mind as a trauma, and they will still be living with you. This is why divorce is on the high side. So there are a lot of things to take out of this video. If you are the type, either a man or woman, you talk carelessly, or because you feel you are more superior or you have upper hand than your partner, either your partner is a man or is a woman, and you think you can talk carelessly. The day they will refuse to accept that your careless talk, it will shock you. Okay, somebody said even my baby father also said he did me a favor by giving me 2 children. Anyway, tó bá lóun ṣe favor fún ẹ, àjẹmọ́nú ẹ ní favor yẹn. Ìyá mi, ọlá something. Àjẹmọ́nú ẹ ní favor yẹn. What sort of nonsense favor? Ṣé rí ẹlòmíì ò mọ̀rọ̀ sọ o? Àwọn tó ń bá dẹ̀ ti mọ̀rọ̀ sọ. Honestly, I can't deal with people who don't pick their words. I can't. Because talking carelessly means you don't respect that person. Talking like your mouth is running diarrhea. You think because you want to hurt your partner, you go just open your mouth to wow. Respect begat respect. Respect begat respect. You don't just open your mouth and talk anyhow. You are destroying somebody by doing that. And that person can fight back anyhow. Hello? They can fight back anyhow. Somebody you will go to the parents' house like 3 times. Intro, traditional wedding and court marriage. You now say you did that favor. No, you didn't do her favor. She did you favor. But I don't even see relationship as favor. No, I have never seen it so. So I don't know where that word favor is coming into relationship. Or you open your mouth, you insult your parents, your in-laws. Those are careless talk. Or you open your mouth and your partners or friend, your friend, something that you know it's like that my sister that said she has a polio on one of her leg, and the only thing the man could think of is to use that abba. You don't use somebody's pain, even if that person is your friend. You don't use their pain to insult them, especially pain that you accepted them with. I know you are like this. I'm ready to be your friend. It's like somebody that goes, probably you be a friend to somebody that doesn't have much. And when you are now having issues, you now tell that person, I'm only managing you as a friend. Show you can borrow a shore. That is a bad one. Ọ̀rẹ́ war is okay. You know, we just have to be careful because some words, words are like a paper. If you take a sheet of paper, cut it into pieces. Those are the words you are speaking. Oh, cut it into pieces. Those are the words you are speaking. Take them out and blow them into the wind. You can never gather them together again. A word is like a broken egg. When egg fell down, bam, on the floor, you know it will scatter. And you know, tó bá ti jábọ́, that egg don't break. That word, as you are speaking it, is damaging already. It's traumatizing. So if you are going through trauma, there are a lot of pinned comments that you can read on Facebook that we have pinned on this post. Love yourself. If you are going through trauma, seek help. Talk to somebody. Take time and relax. Take time off wherever you are going, whoever is giving you that trauma or whatever. Trauma could be anything. Whatever is giving you trauma, take a break out of it to see if you can get better and see how you can cope better with it. That is why sometimes for couples, it might be probably just a little break you need to come back later, you know. So if you are going through trauma, go and read about it, more about it. Accept this is a trauma you are going through. What is trauma? Something that will depress you, something that will make you that will make you feel sad, something that will cause anxiety for you, something that will make you scared, something that will make you to be on edge. Those are trauma, you know. And if you're going through something like that, probably you need a break from something like that, or you need to stay away totally. Sometimes it is staying away totally that can help, especially when it is a trauma being caused by somebody else and that person refused to change or stop that, what is causing you trauma. You might need to just go away and take yourself away totally. Be you man, be you woman. And after that, you might need to talk to somebody, you know, somebody that have understanding, somebody that has empathy, somebody that will understand and empathize with you and not blame you, because blaming will make it worse. So if you see anybody you are trying to share with and they want to try to blame you, quickly let them know they don't have to blame you for what happened. And if that person refuses to stop, that means that is not the right person to talk to. So you take your time. If you see someone else to talk to them. But trust me, trauma needs to be taken out of you, spoken about. That way, the more you talk about it, they said a problem I've solved, a problem shared is a problem I've solved. When you talk to somebody, it helps too. So don't let any put you on a pedestal where they will make you feel you are to be blamed, okay, or gaslight you. So take your time, take yourself off, and have your own time, me time. That is what most of us don't do. You need your me time where you can reflect on things, and maybe so that the next one, probably you want to go into another relationship or you want to come back, you'll be able to do it better next time. Okay. And somebody said, in my previous marriage, my ex-husband was threatening me. Anyone threatening you, you should know it is time to go. Nobody should threaten you. Now marry, you know, quite person. If you have a partner that is threatening you, saying go divorce you, go leave you, that person want to kill you before your time. Plan yourself and leave that marriage. Okay? Yes, I am saying it boldly. If you like, flag my show from now till tomorrow. I just remember when usually flag my relationship shows. They usually do that. So they might be the one flagging the show. If you have any man that is threatening you, or any woman threatening you of divorce, ilé ti tó lọ ni. Wọ́n ní tí ìyá baálé ilé bá ń fi àparí ṣúwọn àlejò, òwe ilé tó lọ ni. It's a means of disrespecting you. It's the one of the highest form of disrespect, highest form of devaluing you, highest form of degrading you, highest form of ridiculing you to nothing. If anybody can be threatening you to divorce or whatever, that person, your partner is not supposed to threaten you. Your partner is supposed to be your consolation, your peace, your joy, not a threat. A threat will put you on edge. A threat will give you anxiety. A threat will depress you. A threat will put you in fear. A threat will put you in bondage. And nobody deserves to be in that situation. So at this point, I think I have tried for today. You will let me go. Tomorrow, the manager of the hotel of MFM Saga has spoken to Yoruba Gidi. So I will come tomorrow and we will analyze this. Tí onílé bá ṣé onílé náà máa ń sọ Bombay Yorùbá mi dá díẹ̀ ká má sọ̀rọ̀. Tí onílé bá ti ń fi àparí ṣú wọn àlejò, iṣu náà sọ, òwe ilé ti tó lọ. That is, if you are in a house and the owner of the house is telling you, say, see the back of our yam, or is telling you, showing you empty pots. This soup where we cook, it don't really finish where you are staying. That person is telling you, you are disturbing them in that house. It is time to move, So if anybody, man or woman, is threatening their partner with divorce, with separation, with I will do this. If you didn't, I will do this. If you're checking it, I will do this. You should be the one to not wait for them to do it for you. It's as simple as ABC. And that is if you value yourself. If you yourself respect yourself. If you have self-worth. If you have self-pride. If you have dignity as a man, as a woman. Because some women do it too. If a woman probably is richer than the husband, she can be telling the husband, whoa, woman, fearless. Or a woman who feels she's too beautiful, that she can get any man at any time. They can tell a man, whoa, baby fine girl, that woman does not value you. A woman that will be telling you that is telling you you are not the best thing to happen to her. That means she just take you as option. If she see better one, she go waka. It's the same thing that a man will tell you, look, our babes, they poor, repete, don't disturb me. In other words, he's telling you, you were just an option. You were not his choice. He still has a lot of choices to make. So he can as well go and make the choice. You are the one that will not wait for him to discard you. It's as simple as ABC. Marriage is to be enjoyed. It's not to be endured. Endurance, if you are enduring something, that means you are in pain. You are suffering and smiling. That is the full, simple meaning of endurance. So there is no big deal in making ourselves happy. There is no big deal in respecting ourselves. There is no big deal in cherishing what we have before we lose it. You know why? Nobody is in this life. We come to this life one by one. If somebody leaves somebody, the other will survive. And know one thing, when you start threatening somebody of leaving, they will leave you before you leave them. I repeat, when you start threatening your partner of leaving, that partner will leave you before you leave them. Victor Ghana, how are you? They will leave you before you leave them. So, and by the time they are leaving you, now you go come dey shock because you were not expecting it. But because you have been telling them, you have been threatening them, they have been making plans towards leaving too. Very simple. Thank you, everyone. Somebody said, Auntie, some women feel they are helpless due to health conditions like after loss of boobs to cancer. Thank you for bringing this up. Maybe can we make this another topic? Health challenges in marriage. Maybe we make that a topic. Let me put it down. We can make that another topic. Health challenges in marriage. A different topic entirely. So let me put it down. We can treat that next weekend. Health challenges in marriage. And I actually want us to treat another topic. So maybe we'll do that on Friday. The pains of men in abroad. What our men are going through in abroad. How they can help themselves. How it can be averted. We talk to our women folk on how they can. We should know we have sons too. So that kini mo sons in health challenges in marriage. Health. So we'll treat that next week. Next weekend. It's over the weekend I can stay long on shows. Love you guys too. Thank you. Love you guys. Love you. Health challenges in marriage. So we'll do that next time. Mutifisile. So I will remember. So at this point, I am tired. Seriously tired. Please. I should treat your topic. I sorrow after kini. So my name so. My name can treat him. But I know we have talked. We have spoken. But after the show, let me be sure of what you want me to talk about. On this note, I want to say thank you, every one of you, for joining me. Thank you to everyone that shared their experience, most especially that gave hope to people who are giving up. Thank you for everyone that called in to shed more light, and for all the comments, everyone who put down comments that people can get to read and get better. Trauma is not something that is very easy. Some people have died in the process. Some are dealing with health challenges because of trauma. Some are in it. They have become vindictive and they see everyone as people to vent on. Hopefully, when you watch this video, I'm hopeful that this will help you one way or the other to get out of whatever you are going through. There's nothing that has happened to you that has not happened to anybody. How we handle situations in life go a long way in making us a better or a bitter person. You can decide to be a better person. You can decide to be bitter. It's all on you. Whatever anybody does to you, you allow it. And then probably you don't have any choice, not because you want to. You don't have any choice and you went through it. But I tell you, there are better days ahead of you that you can look forward to. There are better days ahead of you that beautiful things still coming your way. But if you don't let it go, how will that beautiful thing come to you? This is what I want you to take out of this video. If you are going to do something now, your tomorrow is still there to face. So many beautiful things still there for you to see. Don't become vindictive. Don't become bitter. Don't become somebody that you see everybody as a bad person. Okay? There are still good people out there. Open yourself to other good relationship. If it's relationship, two sisters share their experience. And I'm sure for men too, it's the same thing. Some men that things are falling apart for don't think it is the end of life for you. There are so many beautiful women out there who will want you. Some of us that have experienced one thing or the other, it might even be us that need to change our ways too. Look inwards. I always tell people, just like Michael Jackson's song, he said, look into the mirror. Have you looked into the mirror to be sure you are not the problem here? Think, look at your relationship with people. Where are you going wrong? What are you doing wrong? What is it that you are doing that you're not supposed to do that makes people see you as a bad person? Change your ways. Maybe I need to change my ways too. Maybe I need to stop talking about pastor. I can't stop on that, okay? Because I know the next thing some of you say, yes, look at yourself. You need to stop. I'm not picking on all pastors. I pick on the ones that are preaching nonsense to us, and I talk about it, and you can't stop me on that, okay? So I wish you a very beautiful weekend. I love you guys. Thank you so much for doing this with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are all getting better listening to things like this. I have learned something too in talking. So God bless you. Bye. Have a nice weekend. Love you guys. Which one should we stop first? Let's stop this one. YouTube is beating us. I don't know what is going on my Facebook. You men, stop tampering with my video concerning marriage.